Good morning, Fred. Good morning, Welsh friend. And the four other people who have suddenly just turned up. Three, four? I don't know, YouTube can't make its mind up. Yeah, sorry. I was waiting until somebody turned up because I think talking to yourself is just kind of sad. Well, it is when you're live streaming on the internet. I mean, it's just like talking to yourself in daily life isn't sad. But, yeah. And while I was waiting, I was scrolling through YouTube. And you know those polls that people put up? You get random little polls pop up. Oh, that's just my phone telling me that I'm live streaming. I'm genuinely ruminating on this one. So this is a difficult one. This is the poll that's been put up. Most fearless leader, right? And our options are Daenerys Targaryen, King Leonidas, Captain Picard, or Queen Amidala. That's a hell of a choice, isn't it? I don't know. I mean, Dany was quite fearless because she was fucking mental. So, you know. I don't think Amidala was fearless, was she? Yeah. I don't think Captain Picard's particularly fearless either. I think you have to be a bit of an idiot to be fearless, don't you? And Dany was definitely an idiot. So, you know. Queen Amidala from Star Wars, Welsh friend. I don't know. Who do we think? I would go with Daenerys just because she's insane. I don't think being fearless is necessarily a good thing. She was insane, wasn't she? You know. Friggin' mental bananas. I'm going to go for her, see who won. Oh, King Leonidas apparently won. Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. But that's from a movie I've never seen, so you know. Anyway. Anyway, hello! So, I've had an idea. Yeah. Look at me having thinky things. Thinky things? Yes, ideas. Thinky things. So, yeah. Hang on. I've been going through my Steam library because it is very hot today. Summer has suddenly turned up just out of the blue. We've had like springy, wintry, rainy coldiness for months. And then all of a sudden it's just gone, summer's here now, and it's really, really hot, and I'm very miserable and very grumpy, and I've been in work all day, and it's been horrible, and I hate Saturdays anyway. I do not enjoy summer. Summer is horrible. Summer is the worst thing. I don't enjoy it. It's horrible. I don't like heat. I don't like sunlight. I don't like brightness. I want it to get cold and dark again. Although next week, apparently, it's supposed to be 14 degrees and raining all week. So that's more my kind of week. We've just got one weekend of summer, which has sprung up out of nowhere. But anyway. What am I saying? Oh yes, what I was saying was I don't really feel like playing much. Do you know what I mean? You know when you're just like, ugh. Like I was thinking about doing more of BioShock, and then I was like, ugh. And then I was thinking about doing No One Lives Forever, and then I was like, oh. And I'm a bit like that anyway at the minute, but you know, when it's hot. I hate it when it's hot. Do you not find that you just really like, you've got no energy when it's hot, and you're just really lethargic and miserable? But next week, we are going to play Fabledom because it's coming out with early access on the 15th, I think. 13th, 15th, something like that. It's coming out with early access this week. And I've been playing it like since the beginning, since it first came out. And every time it gets an update, I go back and play it. So I'm quite excited that it's coming out with early access and it's going to be like a proper game. It's going to be a proper game. So next week, we're going to play Fabledom, right? So next week, I was thinking, should we find a nice little relaxing city builder type thing to like wet our appetite? Wet our appetite, yes. Wet our appetite. Fucking hell. This is what the heat does to me. It's not good. I'm wearing shorts. That's how bad it is. What was I saying? I can't remember. Yeah, we find a little relaxing city builder to like whet our appetites a little bit. in anticipation of next week because I can't be bothered to play anything sort of more intricate than that. That's my current idea. So I've been going through my Steam library to try and see what we've got. In fact, I'll switch us back. I'll switch us over so you can see my Steam library. Yeah. So I was thinking about Timberborn, which is a game I've heard many, many good things about but never actually played. There's a few that I've never actually played that are on our list of potentials. So... Welsh friend loves getting her apple tart wetted. Yes, I know. Don't we all, darling? Oh dear. Right, okay, what was I looking at? Well, okay, right, so we've got Banished. But then I did a whole series on Banished, didn't I? And the thing with Banished is it's fun for a while, but it gets a bit boring. But it's an option. Then we've got City Skylines, but I'm not the biggest fan of City Skylines. I enjoy it sometimes if I'm in the right mood, but I'm not like the biggest fan. Plus, it's had like 1 million DLCs come out since I last played it, and fuck that shit. And then what else have we got? We've got Dwarf Romantic, but I liked it when it came out, but then Panorama came out, and I think that one was better. We've got Fabledom. I mean, we could just play Fabledom. We could just have a little sneak peek of like what it's like now, and then do it proper next week. But the thing is, though, what if I get really attached to it? Because they always, every time they do an update, they say it's probably best if you start a new kingdom. And then it's sort of like, oh, but I was really attached to the old kingdom. But then sometimes it doesn't like transfer across that well after the update. You know what I mean? I don't want to start a kingdom and get really attached to it and then have to start another one. There's Frostpunk. That's technically a city builder, right? I could fancy a bit of Frostpunk today, you know, as the weather has turned suddenly sunny. We'll just, you know, go and fantasize about a nice cold winter. We could do that. What else have we got going on in here? Hogwarts Legacy. It's a good thing I'm not a popular YouTuber. That would get me cancelled. Islanders. I did a video on Islanders, didn't I, when lockdown started? I played a lot of Islanders at the beginning of lockdown because I found it very good, like, if I was getting kind of stressed, I would go and play Islanders for a few hours and it would just, like, completely serene me out. But there's not very much to it. I don't know if it could keep us entertained for 4 hours. But then again, I'm probably just going to go off on tangents anyway, so maybe we want something that isn't going to, you know, distract too much from my tangents. We want a game that's not going to distract too much on this live stream to distract from, you know, all the other things that we'll be talking about. What else have we got? Yeah, there's Panorama. I think Panorama's like better than Dwarf Romantic. Patron, I remember playing Patron for a bit. I've played 4.6 hours. I don't remember anything about it. It's got mixed reviews, as I remember. I went back to the reviews and people sort of said it's kind of good, but that it doesn't have much to it. Planet Coaster, which I've played 33 minutes of. I used to really enjoy theme park games back in the day. Roller Coaster Tycoon and whatnot, but I don't think I ever really properly got into Planet Coaster. We could give Planet Coaster a go if we wanted. Planet Zoo, which I've not played at all, and has an update queued apparently. That's had an update queued, I swear, for about 6 months. Prison Architect, that's technically a city builder, right? Kind of. Oh, I used to enjoy a bit of Prison Architect. I played 35.5 hours of Prison Architect. I used to enjoy a bit of that. Can't remember anything about it. That was way back when, wasn't it? When did that come out? When did it come out? Did it tell me when it came out? It's not going to tell me when it came out. I apparently played it in October, though. I don't remember that. Oh, Viral Effects is here. Hello, Viral Effects. I'm not even reading the chat. Sorry. If you're drawn towards Fableton, do it. Also, get over it. All right, love. All right, ma'am. Jesus. Magpie's Islanders Let's Play prompted one of my fanfiction stories. Oh, that's right, the one about the Asari Vineyard. Yes, I remember that. Vineyard, whatever. What else have we got? We've got Settlement Survival, which I have literally no idea what this game is, why I bought it. I downloaded it, apparently. I haven't played any of it yet. I just saw it in my list and I was like, what the fuck is that? I have absolutely no idea what it is. I'm assuming it's a city builder. I don't know. I just buy things in sales and then forget what they were. But I mean, I went to the bother of downloading it. I don't know what it is. We could play that if you wanted. I do have Civilization, but it's not downloaded, so... Space Engineers! That sat on my wish list for absolutely years before I eventually bought it in a sale. And I've not played it yet. You know what? It's awful. Most of these games I've never played. It really is. It really is awful. I've got so many games I've never played. So many, like, Netflix series that are on my list to watch. So many books. Honest to God, I've got so many books. I could fill a flipping library. Because, of course, I love, like, fiction and fantasy and sci-fi. But I particularly like trying to find, like, indie authors that nobody's ever heard of and stuff like that. But then I like going into Waterstones and just, like, raiding their sci-fi fantasy section. Because I like a proper book. I don't like to read, like, you know, stuff on Kindle or anything like that. I like a proper book. But then, of course, I listen to my history podcasts, and every single bloody episode has somebody on it who's just written a book about some period of history, and then I end up buying them. I've got so many history books, I swear to God. There aren't enough hours in the day. And then I come home from work, and I mostly just sit around doing nothing. And it's like, how love? You've got games to be playing and books to be reading. Flipping do something. Anyway, God, we're having a tangent. We haven't even decided what bloody game we're playing yet. What else? Is Stellaris not installed? I thought Stellaris was installed. Maybe that was on my old computer. I played one playthrough of Stellaris and got really into it and was like, yeah, I'll definitely play more of that, and then never went back and played more of it. My problem with Paradox games is once they start bringing out a million DLCs, I just get confused and scared and then never go back to it. That's what happened with City Skylines. I'm just like, there's too much, I can't deal with it. Surviving Mars! I've played 31 minutes of Surviving Mars, apparently. I remember seeing somebody play that and thought it looked really good, so I bought it, and then I've never done anything with it. Tavern Master, that one's quite good actually. I quite enjoy a bit of Tavern Master, but it's not very complex. That's the sort of thing you play, like... Do you ever have something that you want to watch, but it's not interesting enough to hold your entire attention? It's usually like... I find like sports particularly, there are certain sports that I like watching, but unless it's a really, really good match, it's not necessarily going to hold my entire attention, so I want to be doing something else while it's on in the background. Tavern Master's a good one for that. And then there's Timberborn, which, again, I have heard many great things about and bought and downloaded and never played. What else have we got? Oh, I've got 2 Point Hospital. That's like a city builder. We could play 2 Point Hospital with my 36.7 hours. We could do that. We could play 2 Point Hospital. I think that's it. Yeah. So that's it. That's our list. That's our list of potentials. What have you all been saying? What have you all been saying? Which game do you have the most hours in Steam? I think Dragon Age Origins, I think. What have I got in Dragon Age Origins? 881.1. I don't think anything's going to beat that. I don't know what possibly could. I was going to say Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but I played Assassin's Creed Odyssey on PS4. So I've only got 21 minutes on PC, but I put a lot of hours into it on PS4. I don't think anything would beat that. Maybe The Sims, possibly, but that isn't on Steam. Yeah, I don't think anything would beat that, to be honest. Mass Effect? What have I got in Mass Effect? Like Mass Effect 1. 261 hours in Mass Effect 1. 238 hours in Mass Effect 2, and then Mass Effect 3 I've got on Origin, so I don't know. The Legendary Edition I've got 27.5 hours. I started another new game in that, you know, and I created a totally new type of shepherd who I've never had before. She was an engineer, I've never played with an engineer before. She was blonde, I've never had a blonde shepherd, it was very weird. To be honest, I created her and I'm like, she looks like somebody's mother. She look... She doesn't look like sort of fearsome Commander Shepard. She just looks like someone's mum who works part-time in the library or something like that. That's what she looked like. But I kind of thought, you know what, I'm going to roll with it. And then I did Eden Prime and I never went back to it. I just cannot get into it for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, I can't think what else I would have more hours in. How many have I got in the Outer Worlds? You're going to tell me? You're going to tell me? It's getting there. It's thinking about it. Come on, you can do it. Oh, actually, I think I played the Outer Worlds on PS4 as well, didn't I? I don't think I've played it on PC yet. Yeah. The Witcher 3, I also played that on PS4. Yeah. It's a long time where I didn't have a game in PC and I had to play on console. Oh, those were dark, dark days, people. Right. Why on earth have you downloaded Supermarket Simulator? Did you not watch the video I did on Supermarket Simulator? Yeah, customers didn't talk in Supermarket Simulator. It was wonderful. It was like some kind of fantasy. They don't talk. The customers do not talk. They don't ask you for anything. They don't crack the same flippin' jokes that every single fucking person cracks 15 million times a day. I only came in for a loaf of bread. I can't see for looking. That's the one that always gets me. But then the thing is, I say it as well, because that's just one of the things people say, isn't it? When you're staring right at it and you can't see it and someone points out, I can't see for looking. And I hear myself say it and I go, shut up! Stop it! Probably everybody else who says it is going, oh, shut up, man. Everybody says that. You had bottle blonde shepherds before. Yeah, I know, that was Phoenix. Do you know what? I find it's really hard to make a good-looking shepherd in the Legendary Edition. I used to be able to make a great-looking shepherd in Mass Effect 1, in the original. But in the Legendary Edition, I mean, they've gone for the fucking Mass Effect 3 hairstyles, and they're just so bloody awful. I was like, you should have gone for the Mass Effect 1 hairstyles and put them into Mass Effect 3. I think I'm going to have to, like, find a mod or something that puts some actual decent hair in, because I swear to God, there's like one decent hairstyle for female shepherd. It's driving me insane. Anyway, we're up to 5 viewers. We better pick something to play. Engineer on Insanity is a rush. One of the best experiences in any Mass Effect playthrough. Really? I quite enjoyed... Vanguard is my favourite. I love playing as Vanguard, on Insanity particularly. But my second favourite was Infiltrator. I think that was great. And what I loved about it was that they were like complete opposite ends of the spectrum. So Vanguard is all about rushing in. So like, is it Mass Effect 2 or Mass Effect 3, or is it both? Where if you level up Shockwave in the right way, it like restores your barrier or something. So when you're like at the point of death, and like one more shot will kill you, your like last ditch thing that you can try to sort of like, you know, prolong your life a bit longer and maybe win the battle is to just literally charge into the middle of the battle and punch somebody. Like, that is your get out plan as a Vanguard, and it's brilliant, and it's chaotic and it's hectic and it's just non-stop, and I love it. It's brilliant. And then Infiltrator is the complete opposite. It's all about taking your time and sitting back and picking your shots. Particularly, there's a sniper rifle in Mass Effect 2, and I can't remember which one it is, but it's incredibly powerful, so it's almost always one-shot kills on almost every enemy. But it has very limited ammo, so you can only carry like 10 bullets at a time or something. And it makes for such an interesting gaming experience, because you have to really, really pick your shots, because you can't afford to waste the ammo. I loved playing with that sniper rifle. It was great, but it was a completely different experience. And the stupid thing was, in that playthrough, I pretty much made all the same choices as I'd done in my Vanguard playthrough, and yet it felt like I was playing a completely different Shepard, because like your whole tactics have to change, and the game becomes a lot slower and more kind of controlled and more methodical, whereas Vanguard is just like crazy, chaotic madness. But both are brilliant. I love both of them. Yeah. Right, anyway, should we pick something to play? What do we feel like? Because at the minute you're just suggesting things that I didn't mention on the list, so it's not helpful. I gave you a list and you're like, well, let's do this instead. I don't know. We could do Fabledom, because to be honest, it's been a while since I played it, because I think the last major update, I think, was like October or something like that, and it's just been little updates since then, and I was like, I kind of wanted to just wait until it came out proper. So I've sort of forgotten a lot about it. So if we do like a practice run this time, and then next week, when it comes out proper, we'll do like a proper one. Should we do that? Let's do that. Let's do Fabledom. Let's do that. That's what I'm feeling like. Boop. Where's my headphones? I haven't needed my headphones the past couple of weeks because I've had my tunes in instead. I mean, I could put my tunes in with Fabledom, but it's got really good commentary, Fabledom. You know, quite enjoy. Also, there's a cat. Hello. Oh god, we're in already. Sorry, I was reading the chat. Right. New game. Off! Get off my desk, Scorpio. Not today. Oh! Go down there. Boop. Right, okay. We need to pick them up. Standard! Build and manage your kingdom. Explore your realm to find new secrets and rule through love or war. Or creative, everything is unlocked and free. There are no construction times. You can focus on... Will you get off my desk? I'm not having it, Scops. You had 2 hours of last week's live stream. Don't mind him. Sorry, I need to take a drink. I mean, we could do creative.
I can't remember how that tune goes. 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that familiar to you? Can you help me with that? I think there's a word, bludgeon, in the title. I can't remember. Bludgeon.
I love this game. Yeah, I was thinking we could maybe do creative. If we're doing just like a practice testy run. Oh, get off me desk! I swear to God.
Vintage
Get down there.
Freshly skimmed.
Honestly. No, we'll do standard. We'll do standard. Should we enable the tutorial? Oh, should I trust myself to remember? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not good at making decisions. I'll trust myself to remember. Right, should we randomise them up a bit? Get one we fancy. Oh, that's a bit crap. Ooh, tentacles. Like me some tentacles. And Scorpio, I swear to God. No, Scorps. No, don't lie down. Scorpio, man. What? What are you doing? What are you doing? You're bloody sitting your fat ass down on cat cam as well, so I can't even get my hands on that. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Boop. What are you doing? You dipstick. Hey? What are you doing? What are you doing? No, Scorps. You think that these live streams are just cuddle time, don't you? But they're not.
Well, this is starting to get a bit awkward.
He obviously hasn't been to my live streams before. This is just what happens, mate. Right. What are you doing? Sculpts. 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 I need you to make a choice. You're either going to lie down and be good, or you're going to fuck off. Sculpts. 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 Yeah, I know. I love you too.
Have you heard the one about the little unicorn that could? He couldn't. I don't want to spoil the ending, but it's not a happy tale.
We were actually up to 5 viewers for a second there, you know, Sculpts, and now we're down to 3. I blame you. Will you get your paws off my laptop? Hey? Oh, you've messed me thing up. Such a dick, aren't you? You're such a dick. Yes. You're messing up cat cam.
Since I had a visitor. Do excuse the mess. It piles up.
Oh god, I cannot get this bloody camera to go where it's supposed to. There. There. I swear to God. This cat's gonna be the death of me. Scorps. 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 Get over there. Scorps. What are you doing, Scorps?
Have you heard the one about the little unicorn that could?
Look, he's run out of lines. He's having to repeat himself.
The ending, but it's not a happy tale.
Scorpio, man. I'm trying to actually play a game for once. Just for once, Scorps. Hey, you're gonna let me do that? Just for once. Just for once. Hey, gonna let me do that? Yeah,
It's
no.
been almost 2 centuries since I had a visitor. Do excuse the mess.
Ow! That fucking hurt. He's left a bloody mark on me. Look at that. You little vampire teeth. Right, get off my desk. Get off. Oh! You're going down there, whether you like it or not. Dickhead. He's giving me such a look. Hey. Go and lie down on your cooling mat. It's nice and cool. Oh my god, I got myself a cooling mat and put it in my, put it under my sheets. Oh, on the bed. It was best flipping thing. Scorpio, I swear to God, I'm gonna fall out with you. Right, are you gonna lie there? Are you gonna lie there? Oh, you've got really fucking sharp claws. What? What? What do you want? What do you want? What?
Well, this is starting to get a bit awkward, isn't it?
Move your arse. Hey, you just move your ass. Just move your ass. You can lie down if you want, so long as you stay still. Hey, you want to just scoot, scoot, lie. Lie down there. Lie down there.
Could I perhaps interest you in some vintage rainwater? Freshly skimmed?
My God, you've actually made me bleed. Look at that, he's made me bleed. That was with his claws, not his teeth, I think. Look. What are you eating? Arsehole. Are you going to stay there? Are you going to stay there and let me pick a kingdom? Hmm? Yeah, that one's boring. I want a better one. Yeah, that one's boring. I want a better one. That one's boring. I want a better one. Dear me. That one. I quite like that one. Right, which kingdom do we want? We have to. Your footsy's out of the way of my mouse. Don't Don't think you can get around me by being cute. Don't think you can get around me by being cute. Stop trying to push me mouse off the desk. Look, just that. Yeah, that. Just.
Is that familiar to you? Can you help me with that? I think there's a word, bludgeon.
Right. Oh, I swear to God, this cat, I'm going to kill him. Right. Leave your feet where they are. There's just enough room for my mouse, so long as you don't try to push me mouse off. Right? And you can stay there, as long as you just, you know. Right, okay. Oh, stop it! God's sake. Kill you. Oh dear. Yes, okay, what am I saying? I'm saying I want one with a lot of trees, because do not underestimate in this game how many fucking trees you will need. You will need a lot of wood. So, that one's looking good. Plus, it's got a lot of coastline, and I like a lot of coastline. So, realm size medium, hills normal, forest dense, ocean large. That sounds good to me. Okay, I am a princess. Looking for a princess, a prince, or any. Oh yeah, because there's romance in this game. You can court royals, world leaders. Let's say. I'm gonna say any. I'm pretty easy either way. I reckon. Leave my mouse alone. Yeah, we don't want to limit ourselves on who we can court, because the thing is, each one of the world leaders has like a different speciality, and if you court them, they will like help you out in that specific thing. So like whether it be food or whatever. And the one I like is the warrior queen. I can't remember what her name is, but she's like a warrior princess, because, well, firstly, she's a sexy warrior princess, but secondly, she like gives you lots of military support and stuff like that. And by the time you've got to the point of like making the military or building a military, I always feel like you've got a lot of resources that need to go into other things. And I don't know, I always struggle to build up a decent military. So having a sexy warrior girlfriend who sends me troops is pretty useful. Will you stop doing that?
It's been almost 2 centuries since I
Stop
had a
it.
visitor. Do excuse the mess.
Um,
Piles up over the years, you know.
yeah. You've injured me. You've actually injured me, Scopes. Also, right. My name is Magpie. Should we build a coat of arms? That must have been the last one that I used. That's quite cool, actually. I quite enjoy that. What shape do we want? Do we want Scorpio? I swear to God. And breathe. There's no room on here for you, Scorps. You're too big. You tried to get in the bath with me the other day. That wasn't fun. Oh, you're going, are you? Alright then. Honestly. Yeah, he tried to get in the bath with us. He likes to eat the bubbles when I have a bubble bath. He'll stick his paw in and he'll scoop up a load of bubbles and then he'll just lick them off. He's a right weirdo. Right, okay. What kind of coat of arms do we want? That one's a bit fancy. I quite like that one. Then what kind of pattern do we want? I don't know, but I'll tell you what we should have. We should have like magpie type colours, shouldn't we? So like a greeny bluey. And then like a bluey bluey. A bluey bluey. Bluey bluey. Bluey bluey. Bluey bluey. Blue blue. Kind of more of a blue blue than that, aren't they, the magpie feathers? I don't say magpies are black and white, but they've got the most beautiful blue feathers. Like, they're a lot more interesting than just black and white. That looks kind of magpie to me. And then, what symbol do we want? Doesn't that look like Murray from the Monkey Island games? I always think that looks like Murray from the Monkey Island games. Ooh, there's a little worm. Or is that a snake? I think it's a snake. Ooh, there's spiders. We could be the Spider Kingdom. I think the one we had was pretty good, actually, because that was like a... Sorry, that's a jester hat. From a distance, that looked like something else to me. I I saw that and I was like, what the fuck? Or sexy lion. Or less sexy lion. Creepy teardrop. Waves. More waves. Cute panda. Bear. Ooh, witch's hat. Ooh, other witch's hat. Magic wand. Little tiara. Where was the little birdie that we had in the beginning? Yeah, that one. That, you know, that looks a bit magpie-ish, doesn't it? If we make it white or black. White, I think white. Ooh, that's definitely not white. That's not white. White. White, white. Like very white. Like proper white. Like that white. There we go. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? Just need to take a drink of my water. Do we want to keep that pattern or do we want a different pattern? Very serious decisions, these, you know. Can't be taken lightly. Anybody ever looked up their coat of arms? If you have a coat of arms. I looked at my coat of arms. It's pretty cool. The coat of arms is pretty cool. The family motto wasn't. I can't remember what it was, but it was like something really weird. It didn't make any sense at all. But the coat of arms was pretty good. It had swans on it. But then I looked up like my mother's maiden name. And I think that one had a much better motto, but a much shitter coat of arms. But I can't remember what the mottos were. I liked what we had at the beginning. I like that one. Or that one. No, that one. I think it's a toss-up between those two. Let's go with that one. There we go. Right, so, and oh, what should we name our kingdom? Dre Banner doesn't sound that great. I don't know, what should we name our kingdom? I don't know. I'm not in the mood for thinking about things. I don't know, guys. I don't know. What should we call the kingdom?
I can't remember how that tune goes. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Does everyone have a coat of arms? Well, I don't know.
Is that familiar to you?
I mean, not everybody, because, like, you know, there'll be countries that didn't have coats of arms.
There's a word, bludgeon, in the title. I can't remember. Maybe...
But there's a website where you can look up your coat of arms.
Bludgeon. No, that's not it.
And your family motto. I can't remember what the family motto was now. It was something really shit. I want to look it up to see. Because I couldn't work out what it meant. This is what I'm going to do while we're thinking of a name for our kingdom. I'm just going to look up my family motto.
Isn't it?
Oh, Scorpio, I swear to God, if I have to kick you off this desk one more time, I'm going to flipping chuck you out the bloody window. Just get down there. Hey? Dipstick.
Could I perhaps interest you in some vintage rainwater? Freshly skimmed?
Mag Pandora, that's a flipping great one. Magpie Stan. I can't find what the website was. Oh, fuck off now. Oh, it occurred to me, Fred, when we were sending emails back and forth. It occurred to me, I gave you my my like actual email, didn't I? I didn't give you my Magpie email. I gave you like my actual email, like, you know, my me email, which means you know what my full name is.
Well,
that occurred to me randomly, and I was like, oh shit, I didn't give him my Magpie email. I gave him my other email.
isn't it?
Yeah, that's alright. You're probably not like an insane serial killer who's going to track me down and find me, are you? You know, it would be a long journey across the pond just to do that. Of course, we have to take his word for it that he's across the pond. He could just... He might not be Fred from America. He might be Barry from Swansea. Who knows?
He couldn't. I don't want to spoil the ending, but it's not a happy tale.
Yeah, the coat of arms is nice. It's got swans on it. I can't find the family motto. I can't remember what it was. It was something really, really shit.
I can't remember how that tune goes. 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that familiar to you? Can you help me with that? I think there's a word bludgeon in the title. I can't remember.
Oh yeah, that was true. You'd never heard of digestives, but you could just have been saying that. I mean, you know, if you you really never heard of digestive biscuits. I mean, I know that you maybe have never had one, but never heard of them, really?
Rainwater, freshly skimmed.
I'm gonna try making homemade digestive biscuits. I found a recipe. They look quite easy. They're not the sort of thing that people think about. Yeah, oh yeah, right, so this is the family motto. I mean, it's in Latin, but translated, this is what the family motto is, right? Virtue is a wall of brass. What the fuck does that mean?
Almost 2 centuries since I had a visit.
Virtue is a wall of brass. What the fuck, man? Anyway, right, okay, so, what were we going with? Mag Pandora, that was pretty good. Mag Pandora. Right, let's shut this guy up. Start the game. Yee!
Once upon a time it goes, a story told of love and woes, when all the kings and queens of yore sent forth their children to explore. New lands of plenty, fields and trees, fertile, yielding, birds and bees. It's your turn, prince or princess you. Discover, conquer, daring do. Remember, friend, 'tis not just sword that makes one lady or a lord. To build a kingdom, 'tis an art, but don't neglect your spirit's heart. Through love or war, these lands ignited shall ever after be united. Now go, be kind, be cruel, be scrappy, and make your ever after happy.
Did we pick a country name? Yes, we went with Mag Pandora that you suggested, Fred, because I liked it. Digestives are amazing, but if I'm having them with, like, tea, because I don't drink coffee, so if I'm having them with tea, I'll have chocolate digestives, which is just digestives with chocolate on the top, Fred. They're just like, yeah. Plain digestives, I don't really like so much as a dunking biscuit, but one of my favourite things ever, as like a little sort of lunch or something, is like a few digestive biscuits, some cheese, and some slices of apple, and then maybe some grapes. Oh my god, they're just the best thing. I love cheese on a digestive. Like, people normally think of digestives... Hang on, we'll just pause the game while I'm talking about digestives. People normally think of digestives like a sweet treat because they are sweet, but I think they're just the best with cheese. If you put a bit of cheese between 2 digestives, a bit of butter on them, oh my god, it's the best flipping thing. I used to really like having chocolate spread on them as well, actually, which I realise it is a sweet thing rather than a savoury thing, but chocolate spread on digestive... Oh, I don't buy biscuits now, though, because the trouble is, you know, I live on my own, and I'm the kind of person that if I buy a pack of biscuits, I will just eat the entire pack of biscuits, like, in one sitting. So I don't buy them now, but, you know, unless I very occasionally get a hankering for it. Right, okay, so, Fabledom! It's a kingdomy city builder thing, and it looks like every other kingdomy city builder. When you first start, you've got people what need houses to live in, and you've got supplies, what they brought with them, and they've got names, and they're unhappy because they don't have jobs and they don't have houses. It's a bit different from some, so like there won't be any children, as far as I'm aware, as far as I remember. They don't have children, but what happens is every certain amount of days, because the idea is that we're a princess who has come from like a bigger kingdom. Our parents have sent us out to start our own kingdom, right? And every however many days it is, they send new people in, right? So they are constantly sending us new are they called fables? I think they're called fables. Yeah, they're sending us like new ones, and we have to make sure we've got enough houses for them. I mean, we can reject them. We can't say no, we don't have room for them, go away. But you want to try and get as many as possible because you need them to like work and stuff like that and fill all the jobs. But then there's like an extra element to it because there's like a fairy tale element where there's like fairy tale things happen and little like, I mean, you can court other rulers, but then like stuff happens, like you might just find a witch's house and then there might be a witch and it goes off into a little storyline and oh, it's so good. And then like the way it develops from like little hamlet into like full-blown city with castles and things. I mean, I haven't actually played it since they've put castles in it. Yeah, but it's very cool. Okay, I need to remember how the game works because I cannot remember. I can't remember. I think... Right, okay, so we have to construct a labourer's hut so that we can have labourers to build things. We need to build it before we can have builders, though. But it's fine. So we'll place one of them there. And then homesteads, right. So, one house houses 3 people, right? But here's a bit of a thing. So, you put a house there, right? And then you build it a little garden. You can make it massive, but it's probably best to, you know, spare our resources for the time being, right? And it'll have random little amenities put on it. That is relevant. We'll get to that later, right? But you build that. How many people have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6. We only got 6. I'm sure you used to start with like 10 or something. Because I used to have to build a load of houses. Anyway, we'll build 2 houses to begin with. Boop, boop. Build 2 houses. Right. Oh, we've only got a tiny bit of water. Oh, I mean, we'll be able to like build out and expand. I wanted to start somewhere with a lot of water. Anyway, we'll build them first. Let's get started. Yeah, so we'll build all of them. Right, okay, so we'll assign workers to the labourer's hut because that didn't need to be built. That just magically appeared. So now we've got builders. So we've got 2 builders and they're going to build the houses. But once the houses are built and people move into them, one of the people who live in the house, right, will become like, I can't remember exactly what it's called, but basically become like the one who runs that household, and that is their job. So they then can't get another job. Like, they're like the housewife or house husband who, like, looks after the house, and that is their job, right? So when you build a new house and new people move into it, you actually lose a potential worker because their job is looking after that house. I think it's quite cool. I quite like that. Yeah. Yeah, and we have different classes of people. We have peasants, we have commoners, and we have nobles. And different types can work in different places, and at the minute we only have peasants. I'm going to build a well because they need water. Oh, and we're going to need food as well, aren't we? How do we unlock food? Reach Milestone Hamlet. How do we reach Milestone Hamlet? Yeah, newcomers arriving in 6 days. So we're going to need houses for people. We need 10 people in our population in order to become a hamlet. And at that point, we can start producing food. But until then, we're having to live off the food that we've just brought with us. Which means I had better build some more houses in anticipation of new people arriving. I can't remember how many people arrive at a time. The trouble is, if you don't have enough houses for them, right, you can't take them in, so you can't have people wandering around being homeless. So, which is really annoying, because sometimes if, like, you've got a house which is nearly finished and you've got new people coming in, you have to turn them away. You can't kind of go, you're just going to have to sleep on the streets for one night and then I'll have a house for you. Yeah, how do I turn things around? I can't remember how to turn things around. Is it R? It's R. We'll make a little street, shall we? Make a cute little street. We'll build that. And then we'll build another one there. Yeah, we'll build another one since we can afford it. Why not? We can't afford it, can't we? Yes, we can. Oh, and also, the more people you have, they pay taxes. I don't know where they get the money from to pay the taxes, because it feels like quite a closed economy at the minute, but we're not going to question it. And then we can build a little road, little gravel road, because they'll walk faster on a gravel road. There we go. And the roads pop up themselves. They don't have to be constructed. Oh my god, we're talking about biscuits. We're talking about biscuits in the chat. In America, scones are considered exotic. I consider scones quite exotic. I do not like shop-bought scones. They have to be homemade scones. But they're very easy to make, so, you know. Americans have the best cookies. I might dispute that a little bit. Do you have blondies in the UK? Yes, we do. Welsh friends never heard of them, but we do. We sell them in the shop. Are brookies an American thing? Because we sell brookies in the shop as well, and I fucking love brookies. And I was like, I bet they're an American thing. I bet they are. Because they just seem like such an American thing. Brookies are like half cookie and half brownie, and they're called brookies. And I just assume they're an American. I friggin' love them, but I want to make them. Because I just don't like shop-bought. I've become a bit of a snob when it comes to like shop-bought like cakes and stuff like that. Because I don't know, they're full of like additives and preservatives and stuff, aren't they? And when they have like a shelf life of like 3 months, and you're like, what the fuck? How have you made a cake last 3 months? It's like, I don't want to know what you've put in it. Oh, we could build a lumber camp. We should definitely do that.
Finally, here come our first newcomers.
Yeah.
As long as you keep your population happy, more will want to join. As long as there is room, of course. Welcome, welcome.
Okay, so we've got 2. So that's got us up to 8. So when the next 2 arrive in 8 days, we'll get up to Hamlet, and then we can start producing food. But for now, let's build a lumber camp, because you cannot possibly... How do I move them back? There we go. Overestimate how much wood you are going to need, right? If you go off like what you... In like most sort of games like this, go off the amount of wood that you're kind of probably going to need for stuff, and then like triple it, and that's how much wood you're going to need. You use up so much wood. Oh, where's the best place to put it? Because they will go like outside the boundaries to collect wood. So like if I put it there, it's going to include those trees outside the line. I'll put it there maybe. Yeah, put that there. Build that. I can't build the attachment yet. I have to be a hamlet. So the attachment is a forester thing, which means they'll plant trees as well as cutting them down. But it seems to me, while I've been playing it, it seems like they only plant them in the same place as where they've cut them down from. So like when you're playing Banished, if you build a forester and they're cutting trees down, if you have it set for them to plant the trees as well, they'll plant it like within its entire circumference. So it would like fill up the whole area with trees. Whereas here it seems like they only plant them where they're like replant them where they're already growing, which annoys me a little bit. That's a lumber camp. Can assign some workers to get us some wood. I've made a friend on DeviantArt who's a model and burlesque dancer. That is the most Fred thing I have ever heard in my life. There's a guy who used to work at my shop before he got fired for stealing. But he was very very like what I imagine Fred must be like in person. It was like talking to Fred in person when I used to talk to him. I loved him. I thought he was brilliant. And there was one day I was talking to him, and he just casually went, "I've got friends who are strippers." He was telling this story, and he was like, "I've got friends who are strippers." And I was like, "Yeah, of course you do, mate." That's like, I could completely believe that you've got friends who are strippers. Oh, I loved him. He was one of those people who can flirt with you really inappropriately, and it's kind of fine. I would come in the morning, and I've always got a big bottle of juice, like a 1.5 litre bottle of juice. Then I'd take it to work with us. I came in one morning and he looked at us and he went, "You're looking very juicy this morning." You know, or the type you'd go in with, like, you know, holding a pair of melons or something like that, and he'd be like, "Oh, nice melons, love." That kind of person, but, you know, the kind who can get away with it. Isn't it funny how some people can flirt with you and it's totally fine and it's not creepy and it's just, it's all fun and you know it doesn't mean anything, and then there's other people who can flirt with you seemingly in exactly the same way and it's fucking horrible. And I cannot work out what the difference is. There's just, I think we've got some kind of, there's some kind of difference between like fun flirty banter and like creepy. And I think it's some kind of sixth sense. I mean, sometimes it's obvious because there are some people who flirt with you in a creepy way, but like sometimes it's like not immediately obvious, and so, like, there's times where I've kind of been like, why am I all right with that person flirting with me like that, but I'm not all right with that person flirting with me like that. And yeah, it's weird. Anyway, what's going on? What are me peeps doing? We have nobody unemployed. That's sort of good and bad, because it means we've got nobody to fill any jobs that we might need. What else have we got? We've got a stockpile. That would probably be useful. Oh, we can now build a farm. Yay. I've reached the milestone of Hamlet. You've received 50 coins. I can build an inn, a nice place to rest after work. Can only operate if there is food available in the storage. A stone camp. Stone is gathered from the attached stone deposit. A coal maker. Coal can be used to warm up houses and fuel productions. And a granary provides storage for food, especially useful in winter when crops are sparse. Not sparse, sparse. Sparse? A bit sparse, them crops. Being online friends with eccentric women is just something I do, apparently. I think he's calling us eccentric, Welsh friend. And you do have friends who are strippers, of course you do. Oh, God. I wish I was more like that. I wish I could just say, oh, I've got friends who are strippers. The difference is intent. Yeah, I think that might be true, actually. There's a guy at work, and I swear to God, he's a right sleazy bastard. And he's married to one of the other women at work. And they've got a kid together. But apparently he's sleeping with half the shop. And honestly, he just pisses me right off. He thinks he's funny. And it just... just gets us. And I just want to punch him in the face. Yeah, but then there's like some of the other lads who are quite sort of, you know, flirty and stuff like that. But it's just kind of fine. It's, you know... Right, what do we need? I'm going to build a lot of things that I won't have enough people to actually... what's the word I'm looking for? I was going to say staff, and then I was going to say man. None of those sound right, but, you know, working, let's say that. Okay, I need to build a farm somewhere where it's not going to knock down too many trees. Build it over here. We could knock down these trees. That's probably fine. Because I'm probably not going to build a lumber camp just for them anyway. So, if we build a nice big field, what should we plant? Pumpkins, beetroot, cauliflower, carrot, cabbage. The banished city ran purely on town ran purely on pumpkins for years, didn't it? When we did banished, should we do pumpkins as like a throwback? Oh, make it as big as we can make it. We won't make it any bigger than that, really. Well, okay, if we do it like that, and then okay, we'll make it that big. Boop. And then if we build a granary next to it there, and then if we build we'll build a stone camp. I don't think we'll need it for a while. Yeah, so there's just bits of stone around where you can build a stone camp. So we'll build a stone camp. Oh, but that's going to make people here unhappy. Okay, so there's certain things that people don't want to live next to. This is the thing you have to think about, is how desirable the places where your houses are. Oh, I didn't think of that when I was building them. So you see how it's got like red around it? That means people don't want to live next to it. And so like when you get later on, at the minute we've only got peasants. But when you get later on, you've got commoners and nobles, and there's certain things that like peasants are fine being next to, but commoners aren't. So like commoners don't want to be next to peasants. And I haven't actually played with nobles yet. I've never got that far, because I think the last time I played was before they brought nobles in. So it's going to make that person unhappy. But it's not quite covering the other houses. But you can put other things next to the houses to like improve desirability again. Because we've got nowhere else we can put that. Yeah, I forgot that was a thing that you have to think about. Oh, we can build the forester attachment. We'll build a little forester attachment, shall we? There we go. Build that as well. And we'll build a coal maker. We'll build that right down here. And we should probably have a stockpile as well. Put the little stockpile... sort of like... No, that's a bad place to put it. It's a bad place to put it. Can I just delete that, please? Destroy! Put it like... I don't really know how the stockpiles work, to be honest. I don't know if you need to put them next to where... I don't know if where you put them is important. Do you put them somewhere central? I don't know. Should we pop it... I don't know. Pop it like... If we pop it there, then it's sort of like between... Between the two things that are producing stuff. Right, that sort of makes sense. Build that. And we've still got monies left. I think the roads are free. No, the roads are not free. Build a little path. Just trying to think. That stockpile's going to look a bit... I destroy that. Yeah, destroy that. And then... build another one along there, so it's going along like that. That makes more sense, doesn't it? Honestly. Honestly. Build that up there and along to there. And then build another one from there, along to there, along to there. And then boop. There we go, and that's looking pretty alright. Right, so yes, amenities we can build it in, we'll do that later. I'm looking for decoration. Yeah, if you put nice pretty things next to houses, but there's also other stuff, like later on we'll get like little theatres and stuff like that you can put next to things to make people happier. But at the minute we've got just cute stuff. You can also put like a public outhouse. That adds beauty, apparently. That adds beauty to the area. A public outhouse adds beauty. That does. People really like living next to a toilet. But you can see it's only going to affect like within that small area. I need something a bit bigger if I'm going to reach that house. I don't know if I've got anything a bit bigger. Oh, I've got a nice tree. We could put a nice tree down. I mean, we've already got trees, but this is going to be a different kind of tree. Put that tree down, and maybe they'll be not so unhappy about the... In fact, we'll put 2 trees down, yeah, and maybe they won't be so unhappy about yes, that thing, quarry, whatever it is. Right, okay, so, boop, get going. I just glanced at the chat and just saw cauliflower cheese is very good. What are we talking about now? I'm content just to be friends. Fred's just friend-zoned me. I like a flirty friend, you know. I think it's nice. Flirting's nice, isn't it? But you don't always want, like, all the extra stuff that can come with it. So just when I like it when people are just like casually flirty in just like a fun kind of way. We've got enough room for 15 people apparently. I did build a lot of houses, didn't I? Can you build brothels? You should totally be able to build brothels. Totally. Oh my god, that should totally be a thing. Right to the developers. Got a few days to put them in. We want brothels. It's not a petition. This is one of the rare city buildery type games like this where I very rarely speed the time up. Very rarely. I just think it's so chill just watching them go around, you know. I'm quite happy to just sit here and let them move at their own pace. It's just quite nice. And look, you've got little fat chickens. Look, little chickens waddling about. Yeah, so these little things that they add into the houses, that'll produce a few eggs. So when you build the houses, and that'll produce a few apples, when you build the houses, it just sort of picks these amenities at random. And that's a beehive that'll give us honey. But if you wanted, you could, like, specifically say, I want all the houses to have, you know, chicken coops or whatever. Or apple trees, if you wanted, but I've never really seen the point. Just kind of let it pick them at random. That's always worked fine with me. Palace main hall. We'll be able to build a palace one day, guys. One day we'll be able to build a palace. What's the requirements for building a palace? Reach milestone city. Employs 5 commoners. It takes 5 people to run a palace? Really? Wait, to run the main hall. Maybe we add stuff onto it, probably. We're down to 2 viewers. They've all abandoned us, guys. They've all gone, oh, fuck this shit. She's babbling on about nothing and they're talking about biscuits. And cauliflower cheese for some reason. And why did you mention cauliflower cheese, Welshfit? I mean, I love a bit of cauliflower cheese. But, you know, it was an odd thing to just bring up. Mind you, I don't think I'm one to judge. Because they're just bringing up random unrelated things. Yeah. Oh, look, it looks so nice, doesn't it? So nice and twee. And yeah, we've got little ruins and stuff like that over here. And when we get a hero at some point, who is Fergus, our hero, we'll get him at some point. And we can send him to investigate ruins and things like that. And sometimes there'll be like little events and stories and stuff like that, all fairy tale based. Like in my favourite kingdom that I ever built, I got to build a magic beanstalk, and he got to go up the magic beanstalk, and I can't remember what happened when he went up the magic beanstalk, but something happened. Something good. You know, I got rewards for going up the magic beanstalk, and then there was just a magic beanstalk in my kingdom forevermore. It was very cool. There we go. Welcome 2 more visitors. That'll give us 2 more people. I need this farm built, guys. Like, we need food. You've built the place to store the food before you've built the place to actually get us the food. I mean, we're in spring. It's prime planting time. I kind of need that place built. I've got the stone camp built, but I don't need stone that desperately. Kind of, you know, food is the priority at the moment. Whether I should build another forester. Because like I say, you should not underestimate how much wood you're going to need. Like, just build as many foresters as you can afford to build. You know, as quickly as possible. You asked what we should grow. What? We should grow cauliflower cheese. Is that what you were saying? We should grow cauliflower cheese. And yes, I have got some cheek. Wait till I start making the age jokes. I always make friends with people who are older than me. That just seems to be a thing. Almost always. And my 2 besties are older than me. Not by much, but you know. Well, one's 35 and one's 37. So, you know. 34 and 37, something like that. And I like cracking jokes about how old they are. There's one I call her grandma because she's always got something wrong with her. She's either got a sore back or she's got sore feet or she's got sore. There's always something wrong with her. She's just falling apart. I call her grandma, and there was one day I was winding her up and she just went, "Look, I'm gonna kick you up the fucking arse in a minute, you cheeky cow." I was like, yeah. Oh dear. I want that to disappear. When that runs out of stuff, it'll disappear. Because at the minute, it's just taking up space. I mean, I could destroy it, but all materials will be lost, so you know. Grow cauliflower and we can work on the cheese later, okay. Hang on, when that says materials will be lost, that just surely doesn't mean the materials that it's storing. Does it? I was thinking it probably means the materials that it made to build it, which was none, because we didn't build it. Oh, I don't know. We'll leave it there just in case. Because, you know, it is currently storing everything that we need to live. They built that farm yet? Yes, they have. Good. Good thing I'm paying attention, isn't it? Mm-hmm. There we go. So everybody's now working. Marvellous. So next we'll get the stone camp going, and then we'll get the coal maker going. Take a drink of my water. Scorpio's gone to sleep on the floor next to me. He's like, okay, if you won't let me on the desk, I'll just lie here and look sad. When are my next people arrive in? 3 days. 3 days. Oh, look at them planting their little pumpkins. Grow sheep. Okay. Haven't been able to have any livestock. I think you can have, yeah, you can have a pigsty. Oh, you can have a chicken coop, that's right. Because people don't want to be next to the pigsties and the chicken coops for some reason. Because, you know, animals smell, but you can't have sheep. You know what? I love the smell of pigs. Is that weird? I think the smell of pigs is just the best thing. I love a pigsty. I think they smell so nice. Maybe that's weird. I think horses smell quite nice as well. Farm animals generally, I think, smell really nice. Maybe that's just me being weird. Cats smell nice. Do you think cats smell nice? Dogs don't smell nice. Cats smell lovely. Cats smell lovely and clean. Smell like a little warm engine. That's what cats smell like. Oh, we've got new people. Let's put them in the stone camp. Whoops. Oh, has one of them become the head of a house? I think one of them's become the head of a house, yeah. Head of household. Working at a comfortable pace. Good boy. And Eva Foster. Also working at a comfortable pace. Total happiness 50. I think, you know what? I think there's a lot of people in this world who would kill to have 50% happiness. I think I have 50% happiness. I think I have more than 50% happiness. I think I trundle along at a good, steady 75% happiness most of the time. Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down, but on average I think 75% happiness is what I cruise along at. I have quite a happy, stress-free life for the most part, you know. It's not really going anywhere at the minute, you know, there's no goal in sight, but yeah, I'm quite enjoying myself. Quite enjoying my little life. Dogs smell like dogs, which is fine. Alright, Fred. Lived a sheltered life. You've never sniffed a pigsty, really? Do you not live rurally? Chicken coops are the worst in terms of... Yeah, chickens don't smell nice, to be fair. Chickens do not smell nice. I don't like that they opened a stone camp close to my home, says Maya Moore. But she's really excited about getting a fresh start. Yeah. I think that's the only house which is close to the stone camp. Because that one, that house, I mean the garden is within the line, but it's the house itself. Yeah. So none of them are bothered. Yeah. We need to build another flipping house. Whoa, hang on a minute. We're at 14 out of 15 capacity, and we're going to have 2 new people arriving, and we need somewhere to put them in, what, 4 days? Can you knock a house together in 4 days, guys? Oh, it took me bloody eye off the ball there, man. Oh, I need to... Yeah, the thing is, you need to plan in this game, because you've got things that people don't want to live next to. So, we need to plan, like, which direction we're expanding the housing and which direction we're expanding, like, the industrial stuff. So if we have all the industrial stuff over here, and we expand the houses out over in this direction, that is a good plan. Because they don't mind being next to a farm, as long as it's just growing crops. They don't like being next to pigs or chickens, but we don't have pigs and chickens yet. So if we put one there, at some point that cart will disappear and we'll be able to put a house there. But for now, we'll put one there, and then put one. How many can we afford? We're doing pretty well on money. I'm not paying as much attention as what I normally do, because, you know, live stream. This is what happens during live streams. Yeah, okay, so we'll build some houses. Future-proof a little bit, that's what we need to do. Because it will start to get out of control. I think the further you get as well, I think, like, more people start arriving each time. Like, at the minute, it's only 2 people, but I'm sure it gets to be a bit more than that. So you've got to kind of keep on top of it. Although, like I say, if you run out of space, they just, like, won't turn up. But you need more people because they pay you more taxes. And also there's flying pigs over there. There's just pigs with wings. It's fine. Don't question it. Yeah, and also you need people to, like, do jobs and stuff like that. So you do need the people. You need the peeps. We are going to need another forester. Look how slowly the wood is going up. Like, honestly. We pop a forest. Oh, God, there's a cat. Scorps, man. Scorps, no. What are you doing, Scorps? Scorps, this is not a convenient moment, Scorps. 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 Scorpy dopey warp. What's going on? Should we put cat cam back on? Put cat cam back on. Whoops, cat cam just fell off me thing. I'll just show you how well those scratches are coming up. Look, I've been maimed. Maimed I've been. Don't try being cute. Maimed. Oh, look at all the pumpkins. Yeah, look at the wood. It goes down much quicker than what it goes up. Also, you've got a thing over your head. Why have you got a thing over your head? What's your thing? Storage full. How is the storage full? There's no in it. What are you talking about, storage full? What do you mean? What do you mean, storage full? I don't know what you mean by storage full. Oh, its storage is full. Oh, so it's waiting for people to take the wood out of there to over here. I see. I understand. That is not a thing I've ever had come up before. I wonder if that's been added in one of the updates. Yeah. Oh, 2 new visitors. Welcome the 2 new visitors. And put them to work. In the stone camp. Do we have anyone for the coal maker? No. Fablings, that's what they're called. Because we'll need coal for winter. Although I've never actually had anybody freeze to death yet, and I do normally run out of coal. Because it's just... Resources are produced very slowly in this game, so like you need a lot of foresters and a lot of coal makers and a lot of, you know, everything that produces a resource, you need a lot of them. It's not enough just to have 1 or 2. So I'm thinking of building another forester. Maybe. Where though? Where is there enough trees clustered together? I mean, we could just build another one next to this one, I suppose. Or we could build one over here, maybe. People don't mind being next to a forester. I'm pretty sure, you need wood to make coal. Is that how coal works? Do you make coal from wood? I don't know. I don't know much about coal. Do you make coal from wood? Is that a thing? I don't know. Yeah, so we're going to need a lot of wood. We should build another forester. I reckon we build another forester. Build another forester. Somewhere where there's forest. Out there-ish, maybe. We'll build it on the road. Or we build it like tucked around behind. So we can encompass more trees, but then I've kind of shut it off. There isn't like a road leading to it. We'll pop it there. There we go. Don't have anybody to work in it yet, but you know. Charcoal from wood, coal is fossilized wood. Is it really? I did not know that.
This can't be right. It seems you got a letter from a secret admirer. Odd. Well, I suppose there's no accounting for taste. Just joshing. You can open it by clicking the letter icon at the top center of your screen.
Yeah, you get letters from people sometimes. Giovanni! With his giant buck teeth. Hello, beautiful princess. You are absolutely the talk of this new realm. Look at us. We are sitting on a gold mine. Would you be interested in a business partnership? And Cupid permitting a partner in more. Have your fablings call my fablings Giovanni the Merchant Prince. Yeah. We can't do anything about it yet, though. We have to wait until we build a messenger's post. And then we get, like, a world map. We don't have a world map yet, do we? Do we? Do we have a world map yet? I don't think so. I can't remember where world map pops up. It pops up somewhere up here, I think. But I'm sure we have to build a messenger thing first. Their storage is still full. Why is your storage full? Just take some of the stuff that you've got stored to, like, the storage place. Honestly. What's in the storage place? See, there's wood in the storage place. Just move the wood from there to there. Like, it's not flipping rocket science, love. Pretty sure coal is mined. Yes, that's a good point. I come from a family of miners who mined coal for generations. That... Yeah. It didn't occur to me. Oh dear. On both sides, actually. Both my granddads were miners. Although neither of them went down the pit. One was an engineer who sort of looked after all the equipment. And the other one was a winder. My dad's dad was a winder. It's very big in the northeast, coal mining. And when you go to... There's a living history museum called Beamish, which is the best place on the planet and everybody should visit it. And it has a mining town. And there's a memorial to an actual real-life mining disaster that happened in like the 1800s or something like that. All the people who died. But you can go and look at, like, they've got a big sort of... I mean, it is an old mine. You can kind of go down it, but it's not like a proper mine that you can go down. You can just sort of stick your head in. Oh, we're now a small village. Reward nobility? Oh, not nobility like people nobility. Nobility can be used as currency for special actions and items. It also influences some interaction with other rulers, yes. We've got 75 coins. We can build a messenger's guild. That's what we need. A sawmill. And we can grow wheat. Yay. Yeah, we're going to need a sawmill. And we've got 10 nobility. Yay! So we're going to have, like, events are going to start popping up that you can, like, you know, spend nobility on. Was I talking about coal mining? Yeah. And it's funny because when I go with me mum, because when her dad was the engineer who maintained all of the stuff. Is engineer the right word? I don't know if engineer is the right word. We've got an event popped up there. Princess Magpie, we have a popular saying in our club, you can never have too much wood. Can you help provide us with some more? Fabling Woodworking Club. What do you want? Wood lovers. Fred's gonna have a field day with this. Wood lovers. The wood lovers want 70 wood in 30 days. I don't know if we can manage 70 wood in 30 days. Yeah, so if we accept and we fail, we lose 5 nobility. But if we accept and we succeed, we get 5 nobility. Okay, I'll give it a go. I've just built a new lumber camp. I'll assign 1 worker there at least. Yes, so when I go to Beamish with my mum, when we go to the mining bit, because when when she was little, her dad used to just take her. I mean, he didn't take her down the mine, but he took her like to where he worked and stuff like that. And she talks about the big boilers and things like that they had. And we walk in and she's like, hey, this is just like where my dad worked. And then he died tragically young from cancer, probably caused by all the awful chemicals that he would have been working with that they didn't know were awful at the time. But, such is the way of things. I think it's fascinating how completely different people's lives used to be. Not even that long ago. Like, I think that's one of the most interesting things when you hear, like, family stories and stuff like that. Like, my granddad, he left school when he was 13, and he left school on the Friday, and he was down the pit on the Monday, and that was it for the rest of his life. He was a miner. And he'd wanted to be a preacher. That's what he'd wanted to do, but that wasn't what working class lads did. They left school at 13 and they went down the mine, and that was just what they did. You didn't really have a say in the matter. That was just, what you did. It's what your dad did, and it's what your dad's dad did, and it's what your dad's 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 dads did, and all of that. Yeah. I love hearing about family tales, don't you? Especially like war stories and things like that. People who fought in the war and things. My great-granddad, there's a brilliant story about him. Because his ship went down. He'd been in the Navy before the war. And we've got a big photo album of all the places that he'd been when he was in the Navy. There's like photos of him in front of the Taj Mahal and everything like that, He travelled the world. And he was going to leave. Or he was going to get a desk job. Something. I can't remember. They were moving to London, I know that. And I think he got he was getting a promotion and he wasn't going to be like going out on the ships anymore. I think he was going to have some kind of... I can't remember, but I know they were moving to London and they had this flat in London that they were going to move to and it was all going to be wonderful. And this was before the outbreak of the war. And he was going to have this wonderful job and they were going to have this wonderful life and it was going to be so exciting and everything. And then they got a telegram that just said, war imminent, don't come. And then the war broke out and he had to go back on the ships and he hated it. And he'd loved being in the Navy in peacetime, but in wartime he hated it. And anyway, his ship went down off the coast of Egypt, I think. And he couldn't swim. But because it was Egypt and the water was warm, he just lay on his back in the water until he was rescued. And there's a wonderful story that he ran back down below decks to get his pay packet while the ship was sinking. But anyway, he was rescued by the Americans and they took him to New York. And so he was like, I think he was like in hospital and he sort of like recuperated in New York. And then when he came back to Britain, because of course they had things in America, so they didn't have rationing, so they had things in America that you couldn't get here. And when he came back, he brought things back with him, so he brought like nylons back for his wife, and he brought chocolate back for the children, and things like that. And he brought something else back, I can't remember what it was, that he brought back, that they've still got the box that it came in. I can't remember what it was now that he brought back, but I'm sure my auntie's got the box that it came in. Oh, but he never went back to war again because he was, traumatised and all that. What did they call it back then? Shell shock. Shell shock was the first war, wasn't it? I can't remember what they called it in the Second World War. They called it something different. Battle fatigue, I think, or something like that. But anyway, yeah, so he never went back to war. But I love stories like that. Have those little family stories that you just kind of think, oh, wow. Anyway. It's not me waffling. Right, okay, can I have some more lumber camp workers, please? Okay, well, I can have one. That'll have to do. We're not doing very good at collecting this wood. How much wood have we managed to collect? 20! Oh, we've gathered 20! 20's not too bad. Got 22 days left. We might manage it. Have you sorted out your stockpile problem yet? Yeah. Have you worked out that if you just take some and put it in the stockpile? Yeah. The trouble is, the fablings are quite slow. That is a major problem that I find. They're very slow. Yeah. Anyway. Really like to know what was in that box that made you keep it all these years. I know, I can't. Was it like a pocket watch or something? It was something like that. Or like an actual wristwatch. It was something like that. That he brought back from the war, and they've got the. Me auntie, I think, has got the box that it came in. But I don't think they've got the watch anymore. If it was a watch, it was something like that. Yeah. I don't know what my dad's side of the family was doing in the war, though. I didn't really know anything about my dad's side of the family. It's my mum's side of the family that I know things about. My dad's side of the family are all a bit mental, though, so sort of just avoid them. Sounds awful, doesn't it? But it's just like, I don't really want anything to do with them, to be honest. Yeah. We are making a lot of money. What should I do with it? Build more things, probably. I'm not really keeping an eye on my resources. Oh, we need a sawmill, don't we? We can build a sawmill now. See, that's just going to take up more flipping wood, though. Yeah, so you do need a lot of wood. You need a lot of wood, right? People don't want to be next to a sawmill, so don't build a sawmill next to houses. You've got to start, you know, concentrating a bit here, magpie. Keep your head in the game. Alright, so there, it's covering the gardens, but it's not covering the houses themselves. So it should be fine to pop it there. Build a sawmill. And also, we need to build a Hujimawatsit onto that, don't we? We need to build a forester so that, you know, they rebuild the trees once they've chopped them down. Well, we've managed to get 25 wood. Come on, guys, hurry it up a bit. We need to get, you know, 70 wood in like 30 days. And you're not doing a very good job so far. There's always one side of a family, yeah. Yeah. I'm actually thinking of changing my name to my mother's maiden name. That's how deep my feelings go for my dad's side of the family. Actually, do you know what? My feelings don't go that deep at all for my dad's side of the family. I just sort of, like, forget they exist for the most part. Like, I keep forgetting that my grandma's even still alive, to be honest. Me dad's mum's still alive. My mum's mum isn't still alive. But my dad's mum is still alive, and I just keep forgetting she's still alive. Yeah. Anyway. Houses. We need more houses. Fair, most of the time I forget my dad's still alive as well. Hey, that's such an awful thing to say. It's the truth, though. Can't make yourself feel things that you don't feel, can you? I want to build one there, but that thing is still in the way. Build it over here and extend this street out a little bit. Extend it out. There we go. I wish you could name the streets. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Although then you just have to think of names for things, wouldn't you? We should build an inn at the end to make everybody really happy. What do I need for an inn, though? Like, what do I need for it to produce stuff? Do I need wheat? Do I just need food? I just need food. That's fine. I don't need to like make beer out of wheat because that's banished. I'm thinking of where you need wheat to make beer. Yeah, we'll put an in right there because you see that green is like happiness, makes everybody happy, and that should hopefully offset the one person who doesn't like the stone thing. Boop. Build that. Weirdly though, like the decorative stuff, when you see the area of effect it has, it's done in red, and I don't understand why it's done in red. Because it's a good thing, it's not a bad thing. But, you know. My dad died when I was 13 and my mum brought me up. I think I was a better person for it, no resentment, but he was a bit of a dictatorial bastard. Yeah, so my dad, when I was about, oh God, I don't even know, 11, 12, something like that, no, a bit older than that, maybe 13, 14, something like that, he got a job in Singapore, and he would literally be away for like 11 months of the year. He would come back for 2 weeks at Christmas and then 2 weeks like somewhere in the summer, and we did not miss him. That sounds awful, but we did not miss him. What? Plays 8 pumpkin, 8 beetroot, 8 cauliflower, 8 carrots, and 8 cabbage in 30 days. I would need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different farms. Fuck off. I don't have the frickin' space to build 5 different farms for starters. So actually, that's the point. We could get more territory. Yeah, so you can buy more territory. Now, I want to buy that one so that we can have fishing places, so that we can get some fish. Oh, that one's got Bob Barkskin. I like Bob Barkskin, he's cool. And that one's got the missing shoe. I've not done the missing shoe yet. That's one of the storylines, which I think is Cinderella based. Get that one. Get that one, because then we can expand out. Every time you buy a new territory, the next territory is going to be twice as expensive, though. So, you know. If the lumber mills start producing a lot of wood, then you'll need to build more brothels. Took you long enough, Fred. I knew we'd get to a wood pun eventually. Speaking of which, have I built that sawmill yet? Yeah, let's put somebody in the sawmill. To, like, you know, saw things. See, look how much our wood's gone down. Our wood... We just got no wood all of a sudden. No wood. Oh, we've nearly gathered the 70 though in total. We just need 10 more. We've got 8 days. Yeah, wood just goes down really, really friggin' fast. I need another bloody lumber thing. Oh, there's a lot of trees over this way, isn't there? Let's put a person in there. See, the trouble is that one doesn't actually cover that many trees, does it? I don't think I placed that one in the best area. How long before I can get a hero? I need to be a village to get a hero. Oh, we're close, because if I can get a hero, then he can investigate the ruins, and once he's investigated them, he destroys them because he has no interest in history. But then once he's destroyed them, we can build that road out a bit more, and, you know, expand, and then we can put a lumber yard over here. I mean, I could just put a lumber yard over there, I suppose. Should we just put a lumber yard over there? Yeah, let's just do that. Lumber camp. Up here. There. Build. And then build an attachment. Build a forester's attachment there. And then we just put the road out to there. There we go. People binge reading your fan fictions, Fred. That's good. Hey, God, I need to work on Living Legends. I put a flipping author's note in the last chapter saying, I'm back, guys! And then I have not uploaded anything since. Oh, dear. I'm a bit stuck. You know when you're a bit stuck? I'm just like, you know... I've written a lot of the stuff ahead of the next chapter, but then the actual next chapter is just... I'm a bit stuck. The farm is at capacity, and the granary is right next door to it. Look at the farmers, they're just sitting around being like, oh, the farm's at capacity, we can't farm any more stuff. Like, move the fucking stuff from the farm into the granary literally next door, you lazy fucking bastards. Jesus Christ. Oh, we've managed to get the wood, have we? Claim 5 nobility. Yay! Oh! I have to put workers in the granary. Oh. Do I have to put workers in the stockpile? Oh. 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 So it was me being an idiot. It wasn't them being an idiot. It was me being an idiot. Oh well. That's why it is. That's why it is, Fred. Honestly. Fred making a lot of wood jokes. I don't understand all of them. It's not really my area of expertise. Look, 2 more visitors. Somebody like to build this flipping house. Because, you know, we're going to have more people arriving. I'm going to have somewhere to put them. We've nearly used up all of that storage, though. So then that cart should disappear and then we can build another house there. I need people, because I need more people for that lumber camp over there when it's built. Technically, I need another person in that granary, and I need 2 people for the stockpile. Oh, I've got someone. There we go. You know what? I'm about to say something a bit strange, considering what I said at the start of this video. It's gone a bit chilly. Complaining at the start of the video about how it was too hot. It's a bit nippy now. A little bit nippy. Also, Scorpio is lying on my phone. Sorry, Scorps, I need my phone. There we go. I want to check what the temperature is outside, according to my phone. 16 degrees. Well, that's what it said before as well. What's it say for next week? 16 degrees tomorrow and cloudy. 16 degrees on Monday and cloudy. 14 degrees on Tuesday and raining. 14 degrees on Wednesday and cloudy. 15 degrees on Thursday and cloudy. 18 degrees on Friday. That's not good. And cloudy. Although it keeps changing, because it was saying 14 degrees and raining like across the board for next week. So, you know. I have a question, Welsh friend. Do you order your curry on the phone? Do you do a phone order? Like the oldie-fashionedy way? Because you always leave to order your curry. I imagine to order a curry, like if I order a curry, which is very rare, I haven't had to take away in like, well over a year. Unless you count fish and chips, but I always go to the fish and chip shop, I don't get stuff delivered. Because I can't justify the money these days. Yeah, but if I were to order a curry, I would just do it like on my phone. I wouldn't need to leave the room to order a curry. You know, just asking, out of curiosity. Because my auntie, well, my mum's auntie, so my great auntie technically, but called now that sounds weird because she's my auntie, who is like 73, 70 something. She always, when she's getting a Chinese, she always does it, she does a phone order the old-fashioned way. Because, you know, she's an old-fashioned person. It always makes me laugh. It's like, just do it on your phone, man. Oh, yeah. Should we build a messengers guild? Because then we can get a world map. The trouble is, I don't have enough flipping people to bloody... What's it? Also, that house needs a well. We'll pop a well somewhere. Pop a well... Yes, you do order on the phone, do you, Welsh friend? How quaint. So I've just winded you up. We'll pop a well there, because then it covers the most area. You're eating leftover what for lunch, Fred? That sounds like something posh. I think I'm a bit of a inverted food snob. I don't really like posh food. Anything that's a little bit posh. Like, you know when you watch Nigella? Nigella is usually on in the break room on a Saturday when I go for my break. The time I go for my break on a Saturday, Nigella's on. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I love watching Nigella because she doesn't half know how to make a salad sexy. Like, oh god, nobody made food sexier than Nigella when she's making food, and she does like the sensual kind of way that she talks about it, and those little cheeky looks that she gives the camera when she's making it. It's very sexy and lovely, but there is nothing that she makes that I would eat. Every single thing, I just think, oh god, no. She was making fucking squid today. Squid! She made... The word tentacles came up far too many times for a cooking show for my liking. And then that clip that I sent you, Fred, with the biscuits, it's from a podcast called Dish. And it's one of my favourite podcasts. And basically, you've got Ange, who's a chef, and then you've got Nick Grimshaw, who's just Nick Grimshaw. And Ange cooks stuff, right? And each week they have a different celebrity, or sometimes two celebrity guests on, right? And primarily it's to show... Waitrose do it. Waitrose is a supermarket, and Waitrose do it. And primarily it's just to show off Waitrose's food. That's basically what it's for. But... Oh, lots of things are popping up. Weirdly... I'm not really that interested in the food. But weirdly... The... Like... When it comes to, like, having really intimate and in-depth interviews with celebrities, it's one of the best podcasts around. Because they're basically just Ange makes food and they eat food and just talk. Right? The Claudia Winkleman one was great. I like the Claudia Winkleman one. The Stanley Tucci one was great. They had him on once. That was a really good one. And sometimes they talk about food, but they talk about other stuff as well. And it's one of my favourite podcasts. Although it works because they started uploading like the video versions to YouTube now. And it's much better watching the videos than just listening to the podcast because you can actually like see what they're eating and everything like that. But a lot of the stuff they're eating, I'm just like, I would never eat that. I mean, some of it, I would think, yeah, alright, I'd give it a go. Like, she made, like, a roast dinner for Claudia. And it's the only time I've ever seen a roast dinner and thought, no. That's a posh roast dinner. That's not a proper roast dinner. That's not what a roast dinner is meant to look like. Like, you know? I'm just like, I kind of be dealing with it. And then, like, they had Joe Wicks on. Is it Joe Wicks I'm thinking of? The PE teacher who got famous during lockdown. That's Joe Wicks, isn't it? They had him on, and he had like a list of all of like his essential condiments that he always has in his cupboard. And Nick and Ange were like, yep, I've got them. I hadn't even fucking heard of most of them. I was like, what the fuck? No, you need red sauce, brown sauce, sweet chili sauce, and curry sauce. That's it. That's your condiments. Bit of black pepper, bit of salt, bit of white pepper if you're feeling exotic. That's it. That's the level of my condiments. And I've got a bit of like, I've usually got something a bit spicy that I can put in, like a bit of Cajun or something like that. I can put in something if I want to give it a bit of kick. You know, but apart from that, no. Spanish for chicken and rice. Oh, I eat a lot of chicken and rice. Welsh friend loves squid. I mean, I've never tried it, to be fair, but I don't like seafood. I mean, unless it's just like normal fish. But even then, I only really like it if it's covered in batter and deep fried. I don't mind a bit of salmon now and then, but you know, I'm not a big seafood lover. Joe Wicks, not John Wick, Fred. Joe Wicks. He's a PE teacher who made YouTube videos during lockdown and became famous. He's very good looking. Even I probably would. He's quite, yeah. Princess Magpie, Secret Santa, what a childish game. It is below me and my stature. Unfortunately for you, I wasn't given any instructions, so enjoy this. You deserve it, your Secret Santa. Oh, we're in winter. Yeah, sometimes in winter, the game just gives you coal to help you out. It's a nice game like that. And then world event. I don't know what you were... Am I sure I want to cancel what? Oh, that's the coal that they've just given me. Right, I'll place that there. Right, marvellous. And then... Heard you finally settled into your own kingdom and that newcomers are already moving in. That is wonderful. Please accept this small gift as congratulations, your dear big sister. Oh, my sister sent me 100 gold coins. Yay! Do you know what bothers me about this game? Is that I have moved over here, right? So I am Princess Magpie. I have moved over here to command my kingdom, right? Where am I living? Because I'm not living in any of these houses. Because I can see who's living in all of these houses. Nobody's living in that one. There, see, none of these are Princess Magpie. None of them. So where am I living? Where am I? I don't understand. Also, that's another house that doesn't have a well, and I've forgotten how the camera works. We need a well, need a well, need a well. Oh, I see, I like to put the well as far away as possible from the other well so it covers as much area. But unfortunately, I haven't bought that territory yet. Well, I could probably afford to. If we go to territories. How much is it going to cost me? 100? Well, my sister's just given me 100 gold coins, so I'll build a new territory. Yay! Buy a new territory, whatever. And then we'll build a well sort of there. Marvellous. Magpie likes fish so long as it tastes like fried butter. Yeah, exactly. Dipped in curry sauce. Oh, there's nothing better in the world, is there, than fried, battered fish dipped in chip shop curry sauce. Oh. Chip shop curry sauce is the best thing on the planet. Right. How many people do I have unemployed? 1. Well, you couldn't go. Oh, actually, no. I needed someone somewhere else, didn't I? Did I need the inn? Right. You can go in the inn. I need another way to make food. I need. Yeah, we'll be able to build a fisherman's hut soon. I'm not paying much attention to the game, to be honest, because I'm too busy talking about, you know, other stuff. Chip shop curry and battered fish is lush. Yeah, it is. It bloody is. Just the best, innit? Just the best. Although the sausages that you get from the battered sausages that you get from chip shops are a delightfully unique experience as well, aren't they? They're like, you will never get sausages like that anywhere else. The battered sausages. I've received 150 coins. Fisherman's hut, windmill. Grinds grain into flour. Thankfully, it's always windy. Stone quarry, so we can now mine bigger stone deposits. And a hero's quarters, so I can get a hero. Yay! Right, well, first I want a fisherman's hut. Which can go... there? Oh, see, that's a big stone deposit, so I want to leave room to be able to put a quarry on it when we need it. But I also want to encompass the largest area. That should be alright.
The best thing about fish is the smell, especially in the summer. It kind of distracts from my feet. I have a moist foot problem.
I have a moist foot problem. Oh dear. What was the other thing I wanted? Heroes' quarters. Yeah, let's get ourselves a hero. Where should we put our heroes' quarters? Oh, hang on. The thing's disappeared, so I can build a house. Boop. Build that house there. Heroes' quarters. Where do I want my heroes' quarters? Where do I want my hero? Defending my lands. That's where I want him. Let's pop him... I don't know. He doesn't mind being, like, next to all the industrial stuff, does he? I just don't want to take up space that could be reserved for houses is all. We'll pop him there. I mean, bearing in mind, this is just our little practice introductory session. Next week we'll do, like, a proper one where we'll, like, plan it and everything and, you know, make sure we get everything in the right place. But, you know, we're going to discard this kingdom after this one, so I don't want to get too attached to it. And we also need a messenger's thing, don't we? Messenger's guild. Yeah, we'll get a messenger's guild. Now, that makes everybody in the area happy, because people like being close to a messenger's guild. So, build one of them. Princess Magpie, happy holidays. Secret Santa is one of my favourite traditions and always cheers me up. In the dark of winter, I was advised that this is not a fun gift. I love it, I hope you do too. They've given me food because we're running short on food. Yeah, the game's good like this. It's just like you've got pals who'll just help you out if you start running low on something. I kind of like that, to be honest. I mean, I know it makes the game a bit easier, but I don't think this is the kind of game that would thrive from being difficult. Like, that's not really the point of it. It's not really about the sort of management kind of stuff. It's more about the story and the, you know, the building of a kingdom. It's you know, I don't think it being difficult would make it better. Do you know what I mean? I have a bad feeling about next week. It's been a long time since Magpie tried to pay attention to a game she's streaming. That's true. That's true. Might go all to shit, mightn't it? God, look at our wood, man. We've got 3 flipping lumber camps. Oh, that one's not working. That's probably why. Okay, now we've got 3 lumber camps. How's our stockpile doing, is it? Oh, it's getting a bit full. We might need to build another stockpile. Build another one just like opposite. Stockpile. Yeah, we'll build another one opposite. I mean area is area is occupied, isn't it? Oh. What was I building there? Heroes' quarters. Right, what? Wait. Okay, so I can put one there. And I just put the other one there. See? Easy. Easy. Knee bush. And 2 more fables. Right, okay, so put another one of you in the lumber camp. And then I'm going to need a messenger. Do I need anybody else? I don't know, do we have like a overview menu? That's it. Do we have like, yeah, we go, workplaces. Do we have anywhere that's not manned? Not at the moment. We've got places that aren't fully staffed, but we've got nowhere that isn't staffed. That's good. We've got nobody who's unemployed. What are you missing? Oh, nothing now. That's good. God, we've been going for 2 hours. Jesus Christ. This is the kind of game that robs you of time. Like 2 hours just go by and you just have no idea that 2 hours have gone by. Building new houses. Princess Magpie, I know that starting a new kingdom can be hard, so I thought I could help you out with a little gift and a challenge. Your dear big sister. With your help I can do it, dear sister. What am I doing? Build 6 homesteads in 50 days. Aye, I'll do that. Why not? No problem at all, love. I just need to get me hero. And when he turns up, I'll get him to demolish those ruins, and then we'll build a road, and then we'll build more houses. Oh, actually, we could expand out in this direction instead, couldn't we? That might be a better idea. Do that then. Should we expand out in this direction? Just build some houses. In it. Build some houses. Build. And build. And then if I build another one, we'll run out of money. But that's alright. Build. Yeah. Just need to wait for some more monies to come in one day. And then we'll be able to build a few more. Probably. Look, flying pigs! Oh, they're so cute. Cute Bonnie Tyler. Don't you think that Jennifer Saunders' version of I Need a Hero, or whatever it's called, was better than Bonnie Tyler's? When Jennifer Saunders did it for the Shrek movie. I swear that's a better version. Oh, we need planks to build the thing. Oh, I'm going to have to get another sawmill, which is going to mean fucking more lumber cabs. Honestly, you cannot ever overestimate how much overestimate, one of the two, how much flipping wood you need in this game. You need so much wood. So much. It's planks that we're waiting on, isn't it? That's what we're waiting on to build things. I'm going to make that a priority so that gets the planks first, because I need my hero. I need him. Ooh, there's a pool of goo. Yeah, later on we can mine goo and it, like, you know, gives us science or something. I don't know, I've never got that far in the game. Princess Magpie, your settlement advisor is all up in arms. He won't stop yelling about how vital it is to gather as much as we can, as fast as we can, so we can have a big stockpile of resources in preparation for what the future holds. The royal advisors. Gather 400 vegetables, 300 wood and 70 stone in 90 days. Are you having a fucking laugh? I didn't have that many people, man. I would have to build like extra lumber yards and extra farms, and I don't have that many people. Alright, why not? We'll give it a go, eh? That's a disaster. I shouldn't have done that. I should not have done that. I'm going to need at least another farm. Actually, that might be the problem with getting the houses built as well. It's not going to be money. It's going to be the flipping wood. And we've run out of stone. How have we run out of stone? You're still mining, aren't you? You haven't, like... Yeah, you've still got plenty of the deposit left. Brothels also provide goo. Oh, Christ. I don't know whether I should tell you this story. Maybe I shouldn't tell you this story. I was winding me mate up. Maybe I shouldn't tell you this story. I was winding me mate up. I think I mentioned that one of the managers who I've got a crush on, the one when she puts the high vis on and I lose all composure, you know. You know how I've been baking a lot? I said in the last live stream I've been baking a lot. And when I took my custard creams in, I got 3 marriage proposals. People loved them so much. They are pretty nice, my custard creams. Yeah. I got 3 marriage proposals off my custard creams. They have seductive powers, my custard creams. People go mad for them. And I was winding my mate up going, oh, do you think I should bake some custard creams for her? You know, the manager I've got a crush on. You know, see if I can turn her. I was trying to make her laugh. And we were on the shop floor in the middle of a busy aisle surrounded by customers, and I went right in close to our ear and I just went, I'd let her lick the cream out my custard creams. She wouldn't look at me for the rest of the shift. Every time I walked past her, she was like, I'm not even looking at you. I was like, what? Don't know what you could possibly insinuate from that. Perfectly innocent comment to make. Anyway, sorry, Scops, I just needed to see the bottom of the screen there, my love. Oh, Brenda's here. Hello, Brenda. You turned up just in time to hear my custard cream story. They are pretty nice, my custard creams. And then I made a chocolate and mint version of them. Because custard creams are just Viennese whirls with custard powder in them, right? And then the buttercream, it's just normal buttercream with custard powder in. Although the recipe I was following didn't have custard powder in the buttercream, it just had normal buttercream. And I was like, they're not going to taste very custardy with just normal buttercream. And a lot of the comments on the recipe had said they're more just like Viennese whirls. They don't really taste custardy. So I was like, well, just put a bit of custard powder in the buttercream, right? And then you've got custard buttercream, right? To make them all custardy. And oh, they are very nice. They're very melt in the mouth. They're beautiful. And then I was like, I wonder what else I could do to tweak this recipe. So I thought, switch the custard powder for cocoa powder to make them chocolate, right? But then I was going to do chocolate buttercream, but then I was like, no, that's a bit boring. So instead, I did normal buttercream, but I put mint in with it. I put mint extract in, right? It's got a bit of a minty flavor. They're absolutely beautiful. They're like after eights in biscuit version. That's what they're like. They're very nice. They went down very well as well. People like them. So yeah. I usually do anything for biscuits, but I won't do that. Fair enough, Welsh friend. Oh dear. I'm gonna have to build another flipping sawmill. How slowly are we making planks? I've got one unemployed person. Should we put you... Oh, I was going to say put them in the Messengers Guild, but the Messengers Guild hasn't been built because we're not getting enough fucking stone in. Have we managed to gather in? We've managed to gather 5 stone in 8 days, according to that down there. I swear to fucking God, mean, I need to build more places to produce the resources, but I don't have the resources to build the places to produce the resources. And I don't have the people to put in them. That's where the frustration comes in this game, but you know, it's part of the joy, innit? We've only got 36 days left to build these houses. I don't think we're going to be able to get the wood to do it. We've got the money to put them down, so what is it? 1, 2, 3. I need another 2. So I can put them down. It's just whether we're going to be able to gather the wood in time. Welcome 2 new visitors. Grain coin. Princess Magpie, I come from a land of profit and investment, and I assure you that grain is the coin of tomorrow. Believe me, I deduced it from the weather report. You absolutely need to go full. Grain coin. Gather 80 grain. Well, I don't have any grain, do I? Or spend 5 coins to get 5 nobility. 50 coins, not 5 coins. Do I want to spend coins for nobility? I think we're doing pretty well on the money front. We're getting money in pretty quick. So yeah, we'll spend 50 coins and get some nobility. Why not? Oh, we've got a lot of wood suddenly. Okay, we're gathering wood at a pretty decent rate. So as long as we can just get the fucking stuff over here and get the houses built, we should be able to... yeah, I'm going to prioritise all of them. Prioritise all of them. Got 35 days. Build the friggin' houses. Do you know what we should have? I was going to say we should have another labourer's hut so we can get more labourers. Firstly, we can't afford one. Secondly, I don't have the people to flip and put in them. Although actually I've got 3 unemployed people all of a sudden. Interesting. Okay. So I do have the people to put in them. Yeah, so I've just got a lot of stuff that's not been built. I don't have any food because I don't have the stuff to build the hoojit. I want to build another sawmill, but that'll take wood, and I don't have the wood to spare because I'm trying to build these houses. Fuck's sake. We'll get there in the end, guys. It'll be fine, don't worry. Custard cream creating is a serious business. Yes, it is, Fred. Also, apparently a sexual euphemism. Oh dear. Do you have custard creams across the pond, Fred? Because if you don't, you should definitely make some. You're a baker, aren't you? You bake things. I'll give you a custard cream recipe. They're really easy. They're so easy. And they're very therapeutic as well. I find it the whole process of making custard cream is very therapeutic. Because it's just... self-raising flour, icing sugar, custard powder, and butter. So it's 170 grams of self-raising flour, 170 grams of butter, unsalted, and then 55 grams of icing sugar, and 55 grams of custard powder, right? And you just put it all in a bowl. Oh, I've got a hero! Yay! That's Fergus, is he? Is that Fergus, my hero? That's Fergus, my hero. Fergus, I want you to go and inspect those ruins, please. Also, you can give him stuff, can't you? Yes, I can give him hats. I can give him a hat that will give him health regeneration or damage. Health or damage. Let's go damage, because it goes with his braces. And trinkets, that gives him extra stuff. There we go. We've equipped him with things. Yes, what was I saying? Right, yes, so... 170 grams of self-raising flour, 55 grams of icing sugar, 55 grams of custard powder. You put all of that in a bowl, sieve all that into a bowl, right? Then 170 grams of unsalted butter, just cut it into cubes, put it in the bowl, and then just rub it in with your fingers. It's so... I mean, you can do it in like a... You can do it with a spoon if you want, or you can do it with like a... maybe a food processor, maybe. But I just like doing it with my finger. I like getting my hands in. Like, I don't really like making cakes. Cakes aren't really my thing, because I like stuff where you have to use your hands. So, like, pastry and biscuits and bread and stuff like that is what I like making. But yeah, just rub the butter in with your hands. I'm going to have to go and blow my nose in a minute. Rub the butter in with your hands. And it'll go like breadcrumbs to begin with, and then it'll start to come together into like a dough. And you get it into a dough, but it's quite crumbly, but you will be able to like push it together into a dough. And then you just break little bits off and shape them into little balls, but really little, like littler than you would think, like about the size of maybe a walnut, quite little. Place them on a baking tray if you're using a baking tray. I personally just use greaseproof paper and just put it in on the greaseproof paper, but you know, if you're using a baking tray, right? And then I get about 60 individual biscuits out of it. So yeah, you do pull up, when you pull them off they are quite small, because I get about 60 out of it, which makes 30 biscuits in total, because you sandwich them together. But anyway, put them up, put the little balls on the baking tray, and then you squash them down with a fork, right? And you cook them at 180 degrees Celsius, I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, for 12 minutes exactly. And then you bring them out and you let them cool. Let them cool completely. And then the buttercream is 80 grams of icing sugar, 20 grams of custard powder, and 50 grams of margarine. And you just cream that together, and then you spread a little bit on the bottom of one biscuit, and you sandwich it to another biscuit, and you have got a beautiful custard cream. And they taste better the day after they've been made. So if you pop them in a tin and leave them overnight, and then have them the next day. There you go, that's my custard cream recipe. So there you go. And honestly, because they are like a million times better than anything that you will buy in the shops, and they're just so easy, man. They're just so easy. Right, I'm having you inspect that. Fergus. Should we have a look at Fergus? Where's Fergus? Where are you, Fergus? There he is! Look at him! He's literally the size of the houses. Look how massive he is compared to the rest of them. Whoops, I've made you go to the wrong place. Hello, Fergus. Oh, you so cute. Look how cute you are. Trouble is, ruins discovered, yeah. While searching through the ruins, the hero finds many relics from the past. Underwear, perhaps worn by a great wizard. Or how about the floral teapot, surely used to brew ancient potions? On second hand, perhaps they are just regular items. These schematics looks useful, though. Yeah, so you can get schematics and stuff for, like, new decorations and things to put around your place. And then he demolishes the ruins, because, yeah, he's got no respect for history. I was going to say, the problem is, when you go and investigate ruins like that, sometimes there might just be, like, zombies come out and start attacking your village or something like that. I should probably have thought about that more carefully before I sent him off. But, yes, anyway. But yes, I want to try a lot of different flavours with the custard creams, because I've done the chocolate mint ones. They were really nice. I want to do almond ones, because I've got some almond extract I could put in. I want to try doing, like, instead of putting custard powder in the buttercream, put some lemon extract in to make them lemony. But keep the custard powder in the biscuits, because the biscuits don't go very custardy, to be honest. They're just a little bit custardy. Yeah. What else was I thinking of doing? I was wondering what would happen if I put peanut butter in. I don't know whether that would mess up the consistency or not, but I want to try it. Put peanut butter in and then maybe sandwich those together with chocolate buttercream. That might be fun. Fergus, can you go and examine these pigs? Is that a thing you can do? I don't think that's a thing you can do. I don't know what the pigs are for. The pigs must be for something, but I don't know what. I think, actually, I think if you have a pigsty, you need pigs, like wild pigs to catch to put in them. I don't think the pigsty comes with pigs. I think that's what those are for. Got anything else that Fergus can investigate? I don't think we do. We've got a very uninteresting kingdom at the moment. Got new visitors, yay! I think we might get these homesteads built, you know. We've had a sudden influx of wood. We've got no food, which is an issue, but wood. We can be doing fine on wood. I might need to build another farm. I really need to go blow my nose. I can hardly talk. I just can't be bothered to stand up is the problem. News of your empty food stores has reached my halls, and I can sympathise. I too struggled with the logistics of running a kingdom when I got started. I hope this gift can help you get back on your feet. I suggest perhaps adding a few more food sources. Thank you, anonymous person who's given me 250 vegetables. Is that going to count in the vegetables gathered thing for that Hoojit? Let's have a look. Oh. No. Should we build another farm? I can't see the construction thing, the Scorpio's in the way. Build another farm. Put a farm there. And let's grow some wheat, because then we can make the wheat into flour. There we go, have a nice wheat field running along there. Why get up? You've got a perfectly good cat. I'm not blowing my nose on Scorpio. You bloody scratch it off, won't you, love? Will you scratch it off? Yeah. Scratch my nose off. Should we take a quick break then? Should we pause the game? Should I put the kitten break screen on? Yeah. Take a quick break. Right. I shall be back, my darlings, momentarily. I am back. And a thing has popped up. I did pause the game, didn't I? I'm sure I paused the game. Maybe I didn't pause the game. I don't know. The in-game music, now that I can hear it, is actually rather soothing. It is, actually. It is quite soothing. Yeah, should I turn my microphone off again? Should I just like, should I just stop talking? Just let you listen to the music. Wood processing. Princess Magpie, we are happy that the kingdom is getting into woodworking. Stop giving Fred material for wood jokes. Let's try to push our woodworking team to the next level. They're writing the jokes for you here, Fred. And see how they do with a deadline. How are you with a wood deadline, Fred? Hey. Does it make things more exciting, or does it just add extra pressure if there's a deadline? Okay, she's 20 coal and 15 planks in 30 days. Okay, sure, let's see if we can manage that. I don't know. I think the stream is slightly having issues. Maybe the stream isn't having issues. Okay, let's welcome the two visitors. Then you're supposed to put... Why are we on... Oh, I know why we're on ×3. It's because I hit F3 to put the game into, to put the kitten break screen on, and it put us into, ×3 speed. Oh dear. Oh dear. That's why the game wasn't paused. Oh dear. It's a good thing that thing popped up, really. Otherwise, you know, God knows what might have happened. Right, let's collect our reward. We've got 53 days left. We might manage this one, actually. I think we'll manage the wood. The vegetable might be a problem. And then we've got those as well. Right, okay. So, we need to add some people to that farm. I don't know whether wheat counts as a vegetable, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. The whole reason for building an extra farm was, like, to get more vegetables. Oh, well, never mind. I can hear cats as well. Right, my fisherman's hut is built. So, let's put people in that. Oh, then we've run out of people. Okay. Does anything else need... Oh, my messenger's guild is built as well. Okay, so we need a messenger at some point. Right, okay. Everybody just chillax. Chillax. Yeah, I know wheat isn't a vegetable in real life, Fred. I just don't know whether the game would count it as a vegetable. Probably not. Yeah. I need to get a messenger, because then we can get a world map. Oh, we've already got a world map. Oh. I've already got a world map, Fred. Why were you telling me I needed a messenger? But I can't actually send anybody out, because, yeah. Yeah, because if I've got a messenger, then I can send messages out, and then we can start, like, flirting with other leaders and whatnot. Very exciting. Oh, I love this. I love it. If you zoom in on the fields, wait for it to do it again. You can see little dandelions floating around, but look, you can see like little bits of the soil, like in the breeze. What's the word I'm looking for? I was going to say fluttering. I don't think fluttering is the word I was looking for. But like, yeah, look, you can see like a little dust layer coming off the fields in the wind. How beautiful is that? And all the little dandelions. Oh, it's so lovely. Oh. I think we're going to manage it, you know. I think we will. We might manage that one as well, possibly. The planks may be a problem. I really do need another sawmill. I'm going to build another sawmill, actually. Sawmill. I need more planks. We'll build it next to the first sawmill. Boop. Yeah, there. Yeah, we're doing our reach, aren't we? It's a very relaxing game. It's very nice. Yeah, I play a lot of games like this, like, oh, can we get messenger? Oh my god, milestone reached. Yeah, We're a big village. Going forward, you will expect recurring payments of 50 coins to the family fund. We've received 200 coins. Stone masonry, turning stones into rectangles using brute force. Oh yeah, we can build bricks. Oh, that's another thing we're going to have to do. And a bakery, and a street theatre. Arena of Trials. I've not seen that before. Gain powerful experience and rewards by challenging enemies at the arena. Ooh, that's new. That wasn't there the last time. So yeah, now we're going to have to build a bloody stone masonry. Flipping thing. These stupid bloody nerds to build stone bricks. For the things. But we can get a street theatre. Oh, but that needs bricks to build the... Yeah, but street theatres are great because we can put it there and it makes everybody in the houses happy. And we've got a happiness thing. Yeah, desirability, so you can see where's desirable to live and not. So it's all green around here because we've got the inn and things like that. And the trees and stuff, making it all nice. And it's all red around here because of all of the industry stuff. And around here it's just kind of okay. But if we put a street theatre there, so everybody will love it. Because everybody wants to live next to a street theatre. That doesn't sound like it would be noisy and annoying. And then you've got different types of desirability. So that's homestead desirability and then townhouse desirability. Yeah, the townhouses, when we get around to building townhouses, they don't want to be around here because this is where all the smelly peasants are. But that's a while off yet. Probably won't even get to that in this live stream, probably. Does the street theatre consist of a lamppost? Every brothel has to start somewhere. You're making me hungry talking about curry, Welsh friend. Trying to be good. Trying. It's very hard at the minute. I lost 2 stones since Christmas, right? And it was kind of easy, but then at the minute it's hard. I mean, the fact that I'm in baking mode and I just can't stop baking isn't helping. But I'm doing quite well at, like, not eating too much of the stuff that I'm baking. I just take it into work and let them all eat it instead. But still, when you're baking, you're eating, aren't you? But I'm trying to be good around it, but it's very hard. I don't know why it's hard. Why is it sometimes easy and sometimes hard? I put 2 pounds on last week. But then I weighed myself on Thursday and somehow so far, miraculously, I've stayed the same. So I thought if I'm good like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I should be alright. And I was good yesterday, and I've been kind of half good today. And I've got half a bar of chocolate in the fridge, and it's calling me. Well, I've actually got 9.5 bars of chocolate in the fridge, but they're for baking. You know the little 100-gram bars that you can buy? Like the cheap ones, they're about 50 pence or something. I've got loads of them for baking with, and then I ate half of a one today when I got in from work. But I was like, I'll only eat half a one, because normally I would eat a full one. And I'm like, even if I'm going to be naughty, I'll only be half naughty, but now that other half is just calling to me. Like, no, damn it, magpie. I think, because like normally when I've lost weight in the past, what happens is, it's like really easy for a while when you're motivated and stuff. And then it gets to a point where it gets hard. And I just kind of fall off the wagon. And then I go, oh, fuck it, who cares? And I put all the weight back on. Right? I don't want to do that this time. So what I'm trying to do is, while I'm in this mode where it's really hard, I'm trying to just like tread water. You know? I'm trying to be as good as I can be. And at least not put anything on. Or at least not put too much on. Rather than just completely falling off the wagon and then going, oh, fuck it, I don't care anymore. You know? It's really hard. Right, Princess Magpie, as the saying goes, one man's garbage is another man's treasure. I passed a family building a new house and they just left these planks lying around. How wasteful. Spent 200 coins for 40 planks. Are you having a fucking laugh, love? Or spend 10 nobility for 40 planks. Well, I've got 25 nobility. And I've got quite a lot of money, I suppose. I think nobility is harder to get than money. And I don't need money for that much at the moment. Okay, we'll spend the money. And we'll get some planks. Because I do need planks. Like, desperately. To build things. Yeah. I also need bricks. Brothels are theatres, they just have only private performances. Unless you're into public stuff, I suppose. You know, probably have public performances as well. Are there still brothels? Are brothels still a thing? I mean, I know obviously prostitutes are a thing, but are brothels still a thing? I wonder. Because there's like, you know, prostitutes who like, you know, stand on street corners and it's not necessarily legal. But then you have like escorts and things and it's all legal and fine, you know, sex workers. Who do it by choice and usually make a hell of a lot of money. As opposed to the people who are kind of like, you know, forced into it by circumstance and suffer horrific abuse and violence. Although I know they can suffer horrific abuse and violence anyway, but you know, just because of the line of work that they're in. But a lot of them do make a lot of money. And I don't think it's degrading at all when people say it's degrading. I mean, if you're forced into it, kind of against your will by circumstance and society and stuff, maybe. But the people who choose to do it, and who kind of take ownership of their own lives and make something of it, I don't think there's anything degrading about that at all. You know, when the feminists get involved and go, oh, it's degrading. Not necessarily. It's no more degrading than any other kind of work. I mean, whatever kind of work you're doing, you're selling yourself for money. That's the nature of work. You're either selling your skills, or your time, or your, you know, physical labour, or all three. Sanity, sometimes, you know. Whatever you do for work, you sell yourself for money. That's just, you know, that's how work works. There was a time where, if you were an actress, people sort of considered you the same as a prostitute. Certain points in history. One of my favourite characters from history is Nell, who was one of Charles II's mistresses. So Charles II was the one who had a lot of mistresses. Oh, and here, interesting fact about Charles II. His wife, Catherine, I want to say. I think Catherine. I think that was her name. You know what? There's been so many Queens of England, and there's only about 5 names that they all seem to share. Not many of them have unique names, the Queens of England. Except Henrietta Maria, that's quite a nice one. Henrietta Maria was Charles II's mother, wasn't she? I'm sure. I think. Possibly. And she was Marie de Medici's daughter as well, I think. Marie de Medici's quite an interesting character from history as well. She's the one who went to war with her own son. Tried to overthrow him and take the throne off him. Twice, I think, I want to say. Certainly once, and then she got exiled, but then I think he let her come back. Anyway, we're getting off the point. Who was I talking about? Charles II's wife. Yes. I'm quite fascinated by that particular period. I sort of like, I mean, you know, I like history just generally. One of the things I'm most fascinated by in history is, like, the mistresses to the king. Especially in the French court, because in the French court it was like an actual job. Like, it was a position. It came with, like, you know, responsibilities and everything. Mistress to the king was like an actual thing. But, like, yeah, but, like, you know, in any kind of royal court, the mistresses to the king, because almost all the kings had mistresses. In fact, if they didn't have mistresses, it was sort of, like, considered there was something wrong with them, you know. And I find it so interesting, just the nature of it. Particularly since all the marriages were arranged, and they usually weren't based on love. And the relationship between the mistresses and the queens. Sometimes there are cases where, like, the queen got on quite well with the mistresses, and other times where they were bitter rivals. Mostly, they just stayed out of each other's way, you know. But I just find it so interesting, the whole relationship dynamic between, like, you know, the king and the mistresses and the queen. So that's something I'm very interested in. But Charles II in particular, because he had a lot of mistresses. But his just whole court, I think, was fascinating. But anyway, his wife, I think Catherine, she was a Portuguese princess. And, yeah, she was brought across to marry him. But it turned out she couldn't have children. She had a lot of miscarriages. And she never managed to give him an heir. And once it sort of became apparent that she wasn't going to be able to give him an heir, he kind of lost interest in her. Because he had mistresses who he was in love with. And he wasn't ever really interested in her. And I think they reckon that she was in love with him. I think that's her that I'm thinking of. Where she was in love with him, but he wasn't interested in her at all, and just kind of lost interest in her. He wasn't cruel to her or anything, he just wasn't interested in her. And when she sort of realised that, you know, she was never going to give him an heir, she kind of threw herself into, like, court life. And she became quite popular. And she was quite popular with the British people. And the queens usually were. The mistresses usually weren't. Like the English people, as it would have been back then. I don't think Britain was really a thing back then. Yeah. They tended to love their queen, and therefore they didn't really like the mistresses. Although Nell was an exception, but we'll get back to Nell. Yes, so she threw herself into court life, and she sort of... she was very popular. And she was very interested in art and things like that. And she set a lot of... She was a trend setter. People would copy the things she did, so she set a lot of fashion trends and things like that. And one of the things that she introduced to Britain, or England, or whatever, was drinking tea socially. Because before then, drinking tea socially was not a thing that we would do. We would drink tea, like, medicinally. We'd drink herbal teas and stuff as a medicine. But nobody would think to drink tea socially. And the reason we drink so much tea now in Britain is because of a Portuguese princess who introduced us to it and got all of the noble ladies drinking tea socially, which then filtered down through the classes and through the people, and now we drink tea socially. It's such a huge, like, part of, like, backbone of British society. And why does only one person want to stay? 1 out of 2 visitors wants to stay. Are we that bad that one person just took one look at us and went, no? Yeah, because of a Portuguese princess. A Portuguese princess is the reason. I'll get some messengers. That we drink so much tea. Isn't that fascinating? But yes, Nell was an actress, and she was raised in a brothel. She was raised in a brothel, and she was an actress. I don't think she ever was a prostitute, but she was mistress to the king. Princess Magpie, we are running out of excuses to explain the lack of fish at our weekly club meeting. Not only does it reflect poorly on us, the highest tier of fablings, but also on you as our leader. End the cycle of humiliation now, for we need fish. Fabling Food Lovers Club. Okay. Gather 20 fish in 30 days. I should be able to do that, right? I think we might be able to manage that one. Stone might be an issue. Yeah, but Nell, one of the mistresses to Charles II, because most of his mistresses were, you know, noble ladies, as the mistresses to the king often were. It wasn't often that commoners would become a mistress to the king, because, you know, they were usually introduced to him at court. But she was raised in a brothel. She became an actress, and the people loved her. Because the people generally didn't like the mistresses, but the people loved Nell, and she was fun and sort of exuberant and bright, and she didn't want to marry. She didn't want to go down the route of marrying and having children and doing all of that. She wanted to be independent and free. And there wasn't much option for women who wanted that back then. You kind of needed a husband. Oh, we've managed to process some wood. Yeah, so, and she, you know, one of the few kind of ways of doing it was to, you know, become mistress to the king. And that's what she did. And she became, you know, quite well known and everything. And she's great, though, if you look her up. She's fabulous. She's one of those fabulous characters from history who you just sort of like, oh, wow, she's amazing. I'm going to build a street theatre. That's what I'm going to do. Although I'm not going to have any bricks, am I? Because I don't have anybody making bricks. Oh, we're out of stone. That's the problem. Man. Oh, somebody else I was going to mention. Talking about women who didn't want a conventional life. remember. Oh, yes, Mary Read. You know the pirate, Mary Read. Anne Bonny and Mary Read, the two female pirates. Mary Read, dressed as a boy, pretended to be a man because she knew that it would give her more options. She would be able to support herself if she was a man, right? When she was a teenager. And she left home. She disguised herself as a man because she knew that she would be able to get a better job. It's not because she wanted to be a man. It wasn't that she wasn't like trans. That wasn't that route. It was just because she knew that she would be able to get a better job and she'd be able to support herself, and she wouldn't have to marry if she was a man. And she joined the Navy, disguised as a man. But she didn't like the Navy. That didn't agree with her. So she joined the army instead, and she became a soldier, right? And she was posing as Mark Read. That was how everybody knew her. And she was like the best fighter in the regiment, and they all loved her. And this was in the 1600s, 1700s, something like that. I'm not 100% certain. And she fell in love with the soldier whose tent she was sharing, and she had to reveal to him that she was a woman. Actually, mate, I'm a lass. And they fell in love with each other, and they decided to get married, which meant they had to kind of come out to the rest of the regiment, and sort of be like, oh, Mark is actually Mary, by the way. And they respected her so much as a fighter, the rest of the soldiers. They were really supportive, and they clubbed together, and they got the pair of them enough money that they could open an inn together. So they went off and opened an inn together. And lived a relatively normal life for a while until her husband died. And then she couldn't keep the inn going, so she had to close the inn. And then she was like, well, what am I going to do now? So she just went back to pretending to be a man. And she dressed as a man again. And hopped on a ship, decided to become a sailor, hopped on a merchant ship. And that merchant ship was then attacked by pirates. And on the ship, the pirate ship that attacked them was Anne Bonny, who was, a pirate. And pirate ships were very egalitarian compared to the rest of the world. Like, they didn't really care whether you were a man or a woman. They didn't care what race you were. They didn't care what religion you were. They didn't care who you slept with, right? Everybody got an equal share. So Anne Bonny was living quite openly as a woman. And Mary Read was like, oh, wow, that's amazing. I'll just join you. And she just became a pirate. How cool is that? But apparently, the thing about women disguising themselves as men in order to get better jobs and things like that, and be able to support themselves without needing a husband, was not necessarily that uncommon back in those times. To the point where perhaps it was even an open secret that, like, people might have just kind of known and just sort of not really said anything about it. Just been like, yeah, all right, love. Yeah, all right, Mark. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was wonderful, because they were talking about how, like, we know about her, but there'll have been so many that we just don't know about who did the same. Also, there's a cat. What? You're interrupting a very interesting history talk here. I'm giving a lecture to me students. I was going to do something. Oh yes, we've got a messenger now, which means we can send messages. So that's us in Mag Pandora. What? Squeaky? What? You a little squeak. What's the matter? What? Eh? What? Available units. Fergus and Peasant. We've got Fergus and we've got a Peasant. Oh yeah, because later on, when we get like an army and stuff, there's like missions and things that we can go on. We can send our soldiers out on missions. What are you doing, Puds? Should we put cat cam on? Pop cat cam on. See if I can get it in a place where you can actually see her. There we go. What are you doing? Mwah. What are you doing? Eh? What are you doing? Right. Should we see who our neighbours are then? In Janin? I'm going to say Janin. We'll spend 50 gold coins and we'll send a messenger over there. And then that one over there, that costs 100 gold coins to send a messenger. And then these ones we can't even click on yet. What are you doing? You go down there. Dipstick. You a dipstick. Yeah, we'll send a messenger over there. Hello. You want kisses? Do you want kisses? You want kisses? There we go. So we've sent 2 messengers off to find out who we live next to. I want to find the warrior princess. She's my favourite. Get that crusty bit out your eye. There we go. Is there a crusty bit in your other eye? Yep. Stay still. Good girl. Oh, I've got cat hair in my mouth. For fuck's sake. Why does this always happen? It's always you that gets cat hair in my mouth. Exit map. There we go. Oh, we've nearly got enough stone. We've got 19 days to gather 10 stone. And 18 days to gather 15 fish. I'm doing quite well with these objectives so far. Normally I fail all of them. Oh dear. Kisses. Oh, kisses. How many unemployed people do I have? 1. Do I have anywhere I can put them? Whoa, whoa, Puds. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, I've got my other stockpile. I never put anybody in that, did I? What's the point of having another stockpile? You see, that stockpile is full to capacity. And this one over here didn't have anybody working on it. Although you would think that the person at that stockpile would just be like, oh, I'll just start filling that stockpile up, wouldn't you? That's what your logic brain would do. Ow! Ah! You're sticking your claw in me. Little tit. You little tit. Yeah. You little tit. Yeah. You my little tit. Yeah. My little tit. Yeah. My little titsy putty. Where you going, Puds? Where you going? Oh, no, you can't go over there, Puds. No. No. You can't go over there. No. Oh, you can see me bra strap. I don't look good in summer. I don't think anybody does, really. I don't think anybody looks good in summer, do they? Anybody look good in summer? You look good in summer. You look good all the time. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Yeah. About the only thing I like in summer is that you get to see everybody's tattoos. And they come in with, like, you know, as much skin on show as they can legally get away with. And you get to see everybody's tattoos. I quite enjoy that about summer. But, you know, that's about the only thing I enjoy about summer. Princess Magpie, times have been hard. We have tried our best to put food on the table, but are out of options. We heard your good heart and decided to swallow our pride and come here and beg you to help us. Receive 5 nobility and spend 40 vegetables, or lose 5 nobility, or postpone the decision. Yeah, you can have 40 vegetables. I've got plenty of vegetables. I'm a vegetable queen. That's what I am. We really need to gather some more stone right quickly. We've got 14 days to gather 10 stone like our. I really want to go and get that chocolate. Should I go and get that chocolate or not? Help me make good decisions, chat. I'm not, like, properly hungry. You know, did you ever have that kind of hunger that isn't really proper hunger? It just feels like you need to eat something, but it's not, like, actually hungry. Oh, chapter 2, meet cute. Giovanni, the merchant prince. Hello, neighbour. Are you here to make a deal? I'll draft up some paperwork. Pleasure to meet you. Please accept this as a token of my friendship. 50 coins. Very positive, effective relationship. Or I can just wave at him. No, we'll give him some monies. There we go. Look, he got all excited. Look at his little crown bouncing. I wish you could make yourself an avatar. That's what I want to be able to do. I want to be able to make myself a little avatar. So I could flirt with him. But I'm not that interested. And we can reveal his army and his hero by sending a spy, but I don't have a spy. I can just send a messenger. And I can pay him to court me. Honestly. Yeah, I don't really want to flirt with Giovanni. I'm not that interested in him. I'll just give him a wave. Give him a little wave. There you go. He waved back. There we go. This is diplomacy. This is how diplomacy works. We just wave at each other across the borders. And then we're friends. Yeah, okay. So that's Giovanni. I want to find the warrior one. She's cool. I like her. Oh, that's her. Winifred, the warrior princess. Oh, I like a bit of Winifred. Okay. Right, Winifred wants coal. Hail princess, do you wish to speak with me, or shall our blades do the talking? Look at her, she's awesome. Okay, so if I give her some coal, she'll like me. There we go, see, she got all excited over some coal. There we go. I could court her for 40 coal. Should we flirt with her a bit? We'll flirt with her. There we go. There we go. There, oh look, she's blushing. Right, I'm going to court Winifred for 40 coal. There we go. Are you sure you want to start courting this ruler? If you're currently courting someone else, you will lose that progress and damage the relationship. No, I want to court this one. Patiently awaiting your courting messenger. Come back once the message has been delivered. Okie dokie. So, yeah, we are now in a romantic relationship with Winifred. Oh, dear. From experience, you will crack eventually and have that chocolate. Yeah, but you see, if I don't have it now, I'll have it tomorrow. And that's not quite as bad. Because then I'll probably have chocolate tomorrow anyway. But I'll have ended up having more chocolate. Because when it gets close enough to bedtime, I don't want to eat the chocolate because I know it'll keep me awake. So if I just wait it out a bit more, you know. Just don't eat the fucking stuff, Magpie. Jesus Christ. Keep yourself under control, woman. Dear me. Right, okay, right. So we are now in a romantic relationship with Winifred. We've got 2 new visitors. So do I have to, like, do something with her? Patiently awaiting your courting messenger. Come back once the message has been delivered. Oh, there we go. 10 days remaining. Okay, so I think they're coming back to me. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, she wants coal to keep her happy, so I'm going to need a lot of coal. So I'm going to need to make, like, lots of coal-making stuff. We need more coal makers, that's what we need. We need more coal makers. I will make many, many coal makers to make lots of coal to keep my new girlfriend happy. That's how love works. Oh, I also need to build some more houses because we're running out of space. Right, okay, so build this path out a bit. Whee! Boop. And build some more houses. Cannot place in front of a home. What? Cannot place area in front of a home. Oh, have I turned that the wrong way round? Oh. Well, get rid of that then. There we go. That's better. Boop. Build. And boop. Build. And oh, how far does that extend? Not far enough to ruin things. Good. Boop. And oh, I don't have enough money. When's my next money coming in? 2 days. Okay, we can wait 2 days. 2 days is fine. Come on. 1 day now. 1 day. Oh, we're in autumn. In year 2. Oh my god, we've been here nearly 3 years. Jesus. There we go. Build. Right. So, how many unemployed people do I have? 3. Do I have places where I can put them? Oh, I've completed that one. Yay! I think I'm going to complete this one as well. Although, 3 days to catch 3 fish. Come on, guys. Get your act together. Right, I need more food. Right, do you know what I need? Do you know what I need? Do you know what I need? I need to extend that path out to begin with. I need more money. I need a windmill to turn that grain into flour, and then I need a bakery to turn the flour into baked stuff. That's what I need. But I think first I need more food. Because at the minute I've got 2 farms and 1 fishing place, and I could do with at least 1 more fishing place and maybe another farm. That's what I could do with. But I need more money for all of that, so we'll just have to wait a little bit. Oh, I'm doing quite well on planks all of a sudden. Planks are going really well. I could also do with another stone place. Especially if I'm going to be... I was going to say especially if I'm going to be making coal, but it's wood that I need for coal, isn't it? I like the idea that in the coal making place, they just fossilise wood forcefully to make coal. I enjoy that. They just put it in a bit of a time machine and they just make coal. Oh dear. Next milestone is 65. Oh, we're not far off from the next milestone, guys. Oh, I failed the fishing. Oh, I failed the fishing quest. I feel nothing but disappointment for you fisher people. Nothing but disappointment. Also, those definitely look like neckties that you've got hanging there rather than fish. Those are neckties, aren't they? Have you been just pinning up neckties and pretending that they're fish? Don't think you can get anything past me, Agnes Brown. Hang on! Isn't Agnes the name of Mrs. Brown from Mrs. Brown's Boys? Isn't she Agnes? Is that actual Agnes, like Mrs. Brown from Mrs. Brown? I love Mrs. Brown's Boys. It's one of those things you're almost ashamed to admit that you like it, but I flipping love it. I think it's great. Is it Agnes? I'm gonna have to look that up now. Mrs. Brown's Boys. Oh, first date, hang on, pause, I'm Googling. Yes, oh, Welsh friend, beat me to it, she beat me to the Google. Yeah, I thought it was. Oh my god, we've got Mrs. Brown from Mrs. Brown's Boys. I love Mrs. Brown's Boys. I loved the live one that they did. Did they do a few live ones, or did they just do the one live one? I can't remember, but they did a live. It was so funny. It was so funny. I love that they keep the outtakes in. It's one of those shows where they keep the outtakes in. I think some of the outtakes are deliberate, but I don't think they all are. And like when they mess up the lines and stuff like that, they just leave that in. I love that. But then the live one was friggin' hilarious. Right, we've received a letter from Winifred. Hello, my love. My triumphant princess, raw coal, the most undervalued of our natural resources. With this gift, I will forge arms against our enemies. Thank you, Winifred the warrior princess. There we go. So, first date, we need to build a hero's training dummy, train your hero to level 3, and gift 12 armaments. She's a bit high maintenance, is old Winifred, but alright, we'll do it. Yeah, we need to start. Yeah, we need to build a training dummy. Yeah, you get special items depending on who you're courting. Which is great. I love it. I think it's great. It's great. But we don't have a time limit on that, so we can do it just whenever we feel like. Travelling merchant, Princess Magpie, as a humble merchant, I stand ready to offer you the finest wares and delights in my possession. I will happily accept a fair trade of resources or your noble word. As always, I offer a special discount that simply cannot be beaten. Today's discount is 34%. Ooh, stone. The thing I need most. We've got a lot of nobility, so we could trade, like, I'd say 5 nobility for 40 stone. I don't want to do 10 nobility, because nobility can come in handy later. Do 5 nobility for 40 stone. That sounds like a good deal to me. There we go. Because we do need stone. Quite desperately badly. We've got a lot of things that are just waiting for stone. Actually, I think we need to build another stone thing, because if we're going to start making bricks, we're going to need a stone camp, stone quarry. That's what we're going to need. We need 150 gold for that, man. How I'm not made of flipping money. Just waiting for something to talk about. Anything anybody wants to talk about? Been up to much? Never heard of Mrs. Brown's Boys, Fred? Oh, I think you'd quite like Mrs. Brown's Boys. It's ridiculous. Like, Mrs. Brown is played by a man dressed as a woman, Brendan O'Carroll, who is an actress, and his wife plays Mrs. Brown's daughter. She's also an actress. The rest of the entire cast, almost, are just his extended family, Brendan O'Carroll's extended family, and a few family friends, none of whom are actors at all, and oh my god, it shows. The acting is, like, horrific, but it's meant to be. And they leave the outtakes in, and then at the end of each episode, the camera goes out and you can see all the audience and everything, and they just seem to have, like, a party. Like, they just dance, don't they? And just, like, honestly, it's the most feel-good, ridiculous nonsense. And it's very Irish, so I think you would like it. Yeah, you should definitely find some clips of it, at least on YouTube. Can Princess Magpie instruct her subjects to make snowmen and snow angels? No, I can't. That's totally a thing I should be able to do. I'm going to make lots of coal, though, in my coal makers, but I'm going to need stone. So, can I afford a stone thing? Yeah, a stone quarry. Right. Get a stone quarry. Yeah.
Did you ever notice that they never put on winter clothing? That seems reckless.
Oh, I've done it again, guys. I've built the stone thing too close to the houses. Ugh. Oh well, never mind. Never mind. This is just our practice kingdom. We're going to throw this kingdom away. It's going to be fine. Where are the ski slopes? Don't talk to me about ski. I fucking hate skiing. There's a dry ski slope next to my school when up in Scotland. And we used to have to do skiing as part of PE, and I fucking despised it. I hate skiing. Skiing is the worst thing. Tubing was great, though. I used to love tubing. We used to have tubing parties. That's when you've got, like, these little rubber dinghy things, and you go to the top of the ski slope, and then you slide down the ski slope in the little rubber dinghies. That was the best thing. We used to have birthday parties at the ski slope. Go tubing. That was great. But skiing's fucking awful. Can't stand it. Anyway, despised every second of it. Almost as bad as swimming. really didn't like swimming. I liked badminton. Badminton was good. And then we did Scottish Highland dancing. That was what we did. That was, yeah, that was that was my school's idea of sport. Swimming, skiing, badminton, and Scottish Highland dancing. We didn't even do rounders. Scotland's a weird place, man. It's like growing up on some fucking alien planet. Looking back, honest to God, it's a different friggin' world. Anyway. I think we need coal to make weapons and stuff later on as well. Talking about amenities. Military. Yeah, when we can build barracks and stuff like that, we can craft swords and things like that. And I'm sure we need coal to make swords and stuff. So we do need a lot of, because we're going to need to make swords and things, armaments. That's the word I'm looking for Winifred, because you know she's into that shit. Turns her on. Swords. Yeah. So that's why we're going to need a lot of coal. I have many unemployed people. I've got 2 unemployed people. Got anywhere that is not stuffed currently? No, I don't have anywhere that's not stuffed. Girls in Argyle socks. You say so, Fred. I used to quite like Strip the Willow. Strip the Willow was quite fun. Quite enjoyed that one. To be fair, I did quite enjoy the Highland dancing. But you know, it was a bit weird. Down here, they play normal things like football. We did used to play hockey. I remember that now. The reason I remember that was because one of the lads got his legs smashed in with the hockey stick. Visitors. We need more houses yet? I think we don't have recon houses for now. Got nowhere to put them really. I need to expand my kingdom a little bit. Although I can do a second row of houses behind that row, can't I? Hockey, the most violent way to ice skate. It wasn't ice hockey, it was just hockey. On grass. Oh, that's the street theatre that's taken 58.7 years to build. 58.7? What? 587 is what I meant to say. 58.7. Oh dear. Oh, I remember once we played basketball and that was really fun and I really enjoyed it and we never played it again. There we go. We'll have an actor. This theatre has 1 actor. What is that actor's name? Oliver Ward. That sounds like an actor, doesn't he? Yeah, Oliver Ward the peasant, struggling actor, working at a comfortable pace. That does sound like an actor. There he is, acting. The crowd are all cardboard cutouts. All cardboard cutouts to make it look like there's more people than there actually is. Well, there he is, doing his dramatic bit. Yeah. There we go, he can teleport, that's good. What's going on up here? Princess Magpie, your royal advisors recommend that you invest in more territory in order to, you know, build more nice things. You can argue with such royal logic. Purchase 3 territories in 90 days. Fuck off, man. That's going to cost me so much money, because the next one will be like, I think 150, then the next one will be 200, and then the next one will be 250. So, like, no, fuck off. I will get a few extra territories, but not 3 in 90 days. My daughter used to count like that when she was 3. Yeah, well. I'm 29 and still learning, alright, shut up. Oh, there's little mushrooms growing in the barn. Oh, that's cute. It probably means you've got a damp problem, but it's cute. Yeah. Okay, I wanted to build more food production places because we have 0 food. So I think we should build more food production places. So, let's build another fishing hoojit. Boop. Build that. It's gonna take up more friggin' stone. Princess Magpie, it's about time we did some celebration. When things are hard, a festival can help get everybody back on track. When things are good, a festival is even more fun. What do you have to lose? Spend 100. Spend 5 nobility for a party. Yeah, let's have a party. I mean, nothing actually happens. We just get extra happiness, but you don't actually see anything going on. Do you remember in SimCity where you used to be able to throw parades and you would actually see the parade? That used to be so cool. I loved that. But yeah, you don't actually get to see the festival. We just know in our hearts that there is a festival going on. You know what always used to bother me in SimCity? Was that literally, like, centuries could pass in SimCity. Like, your city could be there for hundreds of years. And not only were you still alive, but all of your advisors were still alive, and they were all exactly the same age. That always bothered me. Things like that have always bothered me in video games. I don't like it when things don't make sense. It's like a bit of SimCity though. I enjoyed it. I put many hours into SimCity back in the day. SimCity 3000 it was I used to play. That was the one I played. That was the best one, I think. And then the newer ones were shite, weren't they? Oh, let's put some workers in the stone quarry because we desperately need stone so that we can make bricks and other such things. I don't know why our coal makers aren't making much coal. I don't know why I'm doing a Bolton accent. Was that a Bolton accent? I'm not sure. It was kind of vaguely Peter Kay-ish, wasn't it? I love a Bolton accent. That's one of my favourite accents in the world. Bolton. Peter Kay and Sarah Cox are the 2 people who I know for Bolton, and I just think they both just have the best accent in the world. Oh, I love Sarah Cox on the radio. Zoe Ball and Sarah Cox are my 2 favourite radio presenters. And it's funny because Zoe Ball does the breakfast show on Radio 2, and Sarah Cox does the tea time show. And there was one day that Zoe was I was listening to Zoe's show in the morning, and they had an advert on for Sarah's show, right? And when Zoe came back on after this advert, she just went, "Start your day with ball and end it with cocks." That's always what I think of now. Start your day with ball and end it with cocks. I love Sarah Cox. She's great, isn't she? She was great on Celebrity Bake Off. Yeah. Pretty sure bricks are made from clay and straw. Why not stone bricks? Duh. Stone bricks have a different name. What are they actually called on here? Stone bricks. There you go. I'm knackered. Oh, why I'm knackered? Because I've been sleeping. I think it's because I've stopped eating all the good stuff. Although I've been like half good. I've been trying to eat vegetables and fruit and stuff like that. I'm just not in the mood for it. I'm in the mood for pie and cake. Oh. Mind you, I wonder if I've picked up a bug, because there's a lot going round at the minute. Like, my mate had COVID last week, and I gave her a cuddle before she knew she had COVID, because she looked sad, so I gave her a cuddle. But anyway, and then there's like a few colds going around. I mean, everybody at work is ill, and there's been some stomach bugs going around. And I think maybe I've like picked something up. But you know when you pick up like a cold or something, but it never actually properly develops. It just sort of makes you feel a little bit shitty for a while, but it just kind of passes over you. Do you ever get that, where you feel like a little bit like you might be about to get a cold, but then you never actually get one, and you sort of think, oh, did my immune system fight it off before it turned into anything? I think that's might be what it is. Maybe. I don't know. Or it might be the weather, because I'm always a bit like this when it's warm. I just feel really shitty. It gets above a certain temperature. Anyway. Oh, we might need to build some more houses soonish. We'll expand out across this way. Yeah, see, it's all green around the theatre because people really like theatres. Everybody wants to live next to a theatre. Boop. Boop. Just build an extra house to, help us tread water a little bit. I'm saving my money for something, but I can't remember what. I don't know. Sorry. Do you know what? People who make noise when they yawn, or like, that's one of my pet hates, people who make noise when they yawn, and here's me doing it. It's only because I'm live streaming and I want you to know I'm yawning, that's why it is. See, that was a quiet yawn. I went to bed at 8 o'clock last night and slept right through until my alarm went off at 4:45. And I'm still flipping knackered. Oh, look, they've got a little tankard of beer on top of that inn. Oh, they're so cute. He's so cute. Have anything written on its sign? What's the main industry of Mag Pandora? Well, it's going to be amenities, i.e. swords and shit for soldiers, because that's what we need to impress our girlfriend. But at the minute we're not making any of those, so I think mostly pumpkins. We seem to, do a pretty good trade in pumpkins. Very good with the old pumpkins. We've got 2 fishing posts and only 3 fish. So, although that one isn't built yet, I suppose. Wood, actually, we do pretty decent on wood. All the lumber camps I've built. And we will eventually get some coal once all my coal makers decide to get their finger out their arse and do some bloody work. Yeah. Probably be a bit of everything, I think. A bit of everything. Stop making noise when you're yawning, oh my god. But to be fair, it only actually annoys me when my mother does it. It doesn't really annoy me when somebody else does it. Just when my mother does it. Me and my mother get along a lot better now we don't live in the same house. Because you know how there's certain people that, like, the way they breathe annoys you? The way my mother breathes annoys me. Sometimes we'd be sitting there and she has a particular way that she'll kind of go like that. And it just makes me just want to go, just breathe quietly! I have to remove myself from this room so I don't have to listen to you breathing. Oh, sorry, I just laughed at myself. Yeah. Don't get a fit of the giggles. You know I'm tired when I start giggling what? I don't even know what word I was trying to say there. I was trying to say like incoherently and then incomprehensibly or something like that. And I'm not sure either of those were even the right word. Oh god. Hey, 2 new visitors. Whee! Come and join the party, kids. I hope she doesn't have asthma. That would make you a terrible person. No, she doesn't have asthma. Oh dear. I don't know how we're not making more coal. We've got plenty of wood for it. And we've got 3 coal maker things. Oh, we built our other fishing hut. Yay, let's get some fishing people to fish. With their fishing abilities. I think we're doing pretty decent now, apart from the whole food situation. The food situation isn't great, I'll be honest. Yeah. Might need another farm as well. Another farm. How many unemployed people have I got? 1. But I've got more people coming in. So if we build another farm. And let's grow carrots, because carrots are a superfood. You cannot go wrong with carrots. I can't build the field around the flying pigs, so we're just going to have a really long field. Just like a massive long field that just like runs right the way along the backs of the houses. Should we do that? Of carrots. That sounds like a plan to me. There we go. That's going to be our carrot field. Why not? Yeah, 225 gold. Marvellous. We'll build that. All the trees fell over in shock. It's our carrot field. Yeah. And then we'll build carrots. We'll build carrots? No, we'll grow carrots. That's what we'll do. And then we'll eat carrots. I love carrots. Oh, I put carrots in almost everything. Every meal I have carrots. I love carrots. I love them raw more than I love them cooked. I know, controversial. And always leave the skins on. Because all the good stuff is in the skin. It's the same with potatoes. Never peel a potato. I understand why people peel potatoes. Even if you're mashing them, just mash them with the skins on. Makes it more rustic and nicer. That's where all the fibre is and all the nutrients. You take the skins off, that's like getting a chocolate bar and eating the wrapper instead of the chocolate. That's what that's like. Leave the skins on. Yeah. Plus then you don't have to bother peeling them, because peeling them's just a right arse, isn't it? But yeah, I never peel carrots. No matter what I'm doing with them. If I'm cutting them into carrot sticks, I leave the skins on. If I'm chopping them up and cooking them, I leave the skins on. Skins always stay on carrots in this house. And potatoes. Because it's better for you that way. And I'm lazy. But mostly it's better for you that way. Oh, there's a putty. What? I know. What's this? Princess Magpie, I'm going to a land known for its cold weather and lack of forest. I want to sell them coal and heard that your kingdom had some extra in stock. Are you willing to make a trade? 100 coins for 20 coal. 200 coins for 40 coal. Ooh. Let's do 20 coal for 100 coins. That sounds like a fair deal to me. Fred is pro potato skins. Yay! Breaks my heart when you see people peeling them, and especially when they chuck them in the bin, because then it just goes into the landfill. And the trouble is, like, there is less nutrients in the soil now than what there used to be, and it's to do with the way that we dispose of things. Because what used to happen is you would eat the vegetables that had all the nutrients, right? And then you would shit those nutrients out, and then that would go on the land, you know, to fertilise, and the nutrients would go back in the soil. Whereas now, well, I don't know whether our waste ever went as like manure, probably not, but certainly, like, you know, if you peeled something and you had like potato skins, you would feed it to the pigs, right? So the pigs would get those nutrients, and then the pigs would shit out those nutrients, and then those nutrients would go on the fields, and the nutrients would go back in the soil, and then into the next vegetables that grew in those soil. Whereas now we throw stuff away and it goes in landfills. So the nutrients just get thrown away. I don't know, you know, what happens to the nutrients that we shit out, but it doesn't go on the fields, I can tell you that much. So, yeah, and like, you know, just the way we farm things, that kind of intensive farming, it's seeping all the nutrients out of the soil. Although, there's a thing that they've discovered, I don't know what you would call it, a mineral, and it's very rare, and it is in, I can't remember what it's called. Oh, we're a small town. I can't remember what it's called, but it's very rare, and one of the few places you can find it is Britain. And I can't remember the science behind it, but they can do something with it, and it basically puts nutrients in the soil, so they can create very nutrient dense foods with it. And they're in the process of mining it. Or they're building a mine so that they can mine it, and it's an underground mine, so you wouldn't know it was there. The whole thing is underground. I watched a video on it, it was fascinating. Anyway, and hardly anybody knows about it. A new population milestone has been reached. Well done, you can now call ourselves a small town. Going forward, your family will expect recurring payments of 60 gold. Oh yeah, I have to pay my family, like, tax. And we can get commoners. Commoner is the next tier of fabling class. They live in townhouses, pay more taxes, and can perform more complex jobs, but also require more to remain happy. I receive 300 coins. So I can build town stuff now. Should we build a bit of a town? There's an argument against vegetarianism being greener because farmers used to change the usage of fields once a year. It would be pasture and next crops. Yeah. I mean, the farmers used to do that around, like, where I lived, when I lived up in Scotland, in the rural area. And also, a new encounter has spawned in my realm. Something my mother was talking about, which never even occurred to me, because she's very, I was going to say she's very into gardening, but that kind of, like, that's an understatement. She's like, you would think she studied it at university. You point at any plant and she can tell you its name, its Latin name, when it grows, where it grows, what time of year to plant it. Like, she just knows everything about plants. She's got, like, an encyclopedic brain when it comes to plants. And she's very clued up on, like, the science and stuff like that. And, you know, when they're talking about trying to reduce carbon emissions, trying to reduce, like, the carbon, in the air. And she says, but when there's a lot in the air, the trees grow better because they take it in and they grow better, and then they breathe out more oxygen, so we end up with more oxygen. And if we reduce the amount, then the trees won't grow as much and they won't produce as much oxygen. And I was like, that never occurred to me, but I suppose that makes sense. Yeah. But anyway, what am I doing? I was going to build a town. That's what I was doing. Right. So, if we're going to build a town, we need to get more territory, because those picky commoners don't want to be next to the smelly peasants. So, if we expand out to here, with our new money is what we've got, and then we get old Fergus, me lad. Oh, hang on. I just need to. I need to come out with a thing. Right. Get old Fergus to come and inspect this. Hope nothing terrible comes out and attacks him, so that we can, you know, get rid of it to clear the way, and then we'll build a town over here. That's what we'll do. Boop, boop, boop. We've got more farmers. We can now farm carrots. Yay! I just know I like potatoes. That's right. Potatoes are great, aren't they? Potatoes are the best thing in the world. Love a tea. However you cook them, they're always great. To be fair, I mostly just get baby tatties and just put them in the microwave. Because I'm lazy and can't bother to cook them properly. But I honestly think that they turn out the nicest like that. Just slap them in the microwave for a bit and go lovely, man. A little bit of mayo. Yeah, tetties and carrots are like the two things that I seem to have in every meal pretty much. And rice. I'm pretty much living off chicken, rice, tetties and carrots. Occasionally some sweet corn. But you know what? Not only is that a healthy meal, it's a flipping beautiful one. It's not like I'm like, what's the word? Depriving myself and eating stuff that is really bland and awful and I don't like. I love chicken, brown rice, tetties, and carrots. They're usually carrot sticks. I don't bother cooking the carrot. I just cut up them into carrot sticks. That is one of my favourite meals, genuinely. I just love it. While searching through the ruins, I hear find many relics, blah, 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 blah. We got a flower rest area. Yay! Nothing attacked us. Woo! Right, so now we can build a town. Build ourselves a town. Okay, let's see if I can remember how this works. So, we've got cobblestone roads. So we can... Let's put some cobblestone roads in. Hang on, let's put the thing in first, because how do we do this? I can't remember. We build like a thing, and then we like expand it out. I think Fergus is in the way. Fergus, get out me bloody way, lad. How? Oi, move. You over there. Jesus. Can't get the heroes these days, can you? Where's me? There we go. Ooh, you can make it massive. Let's not make it that massive. Let's make it like that sort of size. There we go. Right. And then I think that's where they live. Like the common people. Although we don't have any common people yet, do we? No, we don't have any common people. But we've got newcomers in 3 days, and I think you can kind of say, I want common people now. I no longer wish for peasants. I desire commoners. Oh, but it costs so much money to build posh things. Oh. Yeah, so we're gonna have to build a little town over here. But they need like gutters and everything. Magpie's pronunciation of tetties sounds like something different to my ears. What, tetties? Tetties, Fred. Tetties. Tetties as in potatoes. Saying potatoes sounds wrong to me. It sounds too posh. That sounds like, you know... I don't know. I have to say tetties. It's just what it is. Tetties. I love a tetty. No, you love a tetty, Fred. So what's your favourite way to have tetties then, Fred? I mean, like tetties as in potatoes, not the other type. What's your favourite way? Because honestly, I do just like them just done in the microwave for a little bit. Just stopped in the microwave for a little bit. But I also do like them mashed. But like, I never boil them. I'm not a big one on boiling. Okay, so we'll get ourselves some more peasants. Oh yeah, but commoners can't live in the steading household thing. Those ones that we've been building. Steadings, what the fuck? Yeah, they can't live in those ones. They can only live in townhouses. So if we want commoners, we need to build townhouses. But if we only want commoners, like say we're like, oh, we've got enough peasants now, we only want commoners, then we don't have to build any more thingy mahoojits. But there are certain jobs that only peasants could do. So, like, I don't think a commoner can look after a pigsty. I think that has to be a peasant. So, you know, we are going to need more. Waffle cup fries are your favourite. That is such an American response. I mean, I get they are quite nice. I like the curly ones. I like curly fries. I think they're awesome. But then I've stopped eating stuff like that. You know. I eat roast parsnips instead of chips. And it honestly works. Roast parsnips are amazing. If you get the frozen ones in the bag. And you just cook them like chips. You just stick them in the oven and cook them like chips. And then I just eat them with a bit of tomato sauce. Beautiful. Oh, I love a roast parsnip. I've started having them instead of chips. Unless I'm going to the chip shop to get fish and chips, then obviously I have chips. But chips from the fish and chip shop are totally different to chips what you buy in a shop. Aren't they? But I quite like the mashed potatoes. I do like them mashed. I just usually can't be asked to mash them. But I love mashing them with the skin still on. But I don't like mashed potato. You know when you buy ready-made mashed potato and it's really creamy? I don't like that. I like my mashed potato chunky. I like to be able to see that it used to be a potato. So what I'll do is I'll just zap them in the microwave for a bit to soften them up, and then I just do them with a fork. But I don't do them that, like... I don't mash them up that much. They're just like a little bit mashed. And I leave the skins on, so the skins are still in there. It's like rustic mash, you know? That's how I like my mash. I don't like my mash smooth. I like it chunky. A chunky mash. Oh, with a bit of gravy on. Oh, it's making me hungry, man. It's too late to eat now, though. Stop thinking about food, woman. Curly fries are your second choice. Yeah, curly ones are better. Oh god, good. Do you like sweet potato fries? Because I love sweet potato fries. Oh. Sweet potato fries. Sweet potato mashed up with normal potato. I haven't bought sweet potatoes in ages, actually. Should buy some sweet potatoes. I really want a roast dinner now. It's not really the weather for it. Talking about all this stuff. Chicken with mashed potato, carrot, peas, broccoli, Yorkshire puddings, and lots of gravy. That's what I want right now. Thick gravy. When I make gravy, it's like you could plaster your walls with that gravy. Proper thick gravy. Not into sweet potatoes, are you not? Yeah, I like a bit of sweet potato. You have to peel sweet potatoes. You can't leave the skins on in sweet potatoes. That doesn't work at all. Because the sweet potato skins are like cardboard. You have to have roasties as well. Yeah, I quite like roasties. Oh, and the roast parsnips. I forgot about the roast parsnips. I usually have them like on a side rather than on the main plate though, because I don't like roast parsnips with gravy. I like them with tomato sauce because I'm weird like that. I don't like them with the gravy. Oh, and a bit of stuffing. Gotta have a bit of stuffing on there. Hey, it's Sunday tomorrow. I can make myself a roast dinner. I've got an excuse. I'll make myself a proper Sunday dinner. I haven't had a proper Sunday dinner in ages. More peasants arriving. Oh, we're going to be full to capacity. I'm going to have to build some more little hooses. Well, then I don't have any jobs for them. Although, I'm going to, because I'm going to end up, you know, having more stuff. But we don't want them to get too close to the commoners, because the commoners Yeah. The commoners don't want to be too close to the peasants, so you know, we don't want to encroach too much into the commoners' territory. Oh, what's just popped up? Princess Magpie, I have a bit too much stone brick that I was planning to use for a new vacation home, but now my wife is saying that wood horses are cuter. Would you be willing to make a trade? I can wait for a while if you need time to gather the resources. What do you want? Stone bricks in exchange for planks. Yeah, well, I'll do 30 for 30. That seems like a fair deal. I do need some more stone bricks, and I don't have a lot of stone to be playing with, so you know. How much has that got left? Oh, it's got loads left, man. Loads. Thought a commoner was a peasant. A commoner is just somebody who isn't an aristocrat. That's what a commoner is. If you are not part of a noble family, then you're a commoner. Kate Middleton, technically a commoner before she married William. He made a big deal about it. The fact that she was a commoner, and she was, you know, posh as they flip and get. From bloody Berkshire, man. Oh well. So, but you wouldn't say she was a peasant, would you? No, but she was a commoner, technically. So a commoner is just somebody who isn't nobility, but a peasant is sort of, you know. I think I would be classed as a peasant if we still use that term. Well, that's alright, I reckon the peasants have more fun. You know, we have had no food for about 2 years now. And nobody has starved to death. I don't even know if they can starve to death. I don't even know if that's a mechanic in this game. I've never had it happen before. Like, I've never had anybody freeze to death in winter either, regardless of how much coal I have. But I don't think this game's about that so much. I think it's more about, you know, the story and whatnot. I don't think it's sort of about, oh, you've massively messed up all of your resources and now all of your people are dead. Hey, we've been going nearly 4 hours. I want to get my little town built before we call it a day, so I can see what a town looks like. Build me little... Oh, that was the wrong thing. I want rounded, not sharp. There we go. Got a little dune. And we need... What do we need? What do we need? What do we need? What do we need? What's it under? What's it under? There it is. Okay, so we need a town well. There we go. To supply water. Town well. We're going to build. There we go. Then we need drains. Yeah, we're building drains. We haven't actually built sewers underneath for the drains to have anywhere to drain to. But that's okay. We're not going to question that. Oh, they've got little numbers on them. It's a townhouse. That's a condominium, whatever the hell that is. And then that's a little shop. So yeah, it just builds little houses and shops and whatnot. It's so cute. Gotta get everything ready for Eurovision. When's Eurovision? Is Eurovision soon? Eurovision isn't like tonight, is it? If it is, I've heard nothing about it. Oh, I can have 2 commoners. Let's have 2 commoners then. There we go. Got 2 commoners. Look at them being all common. Look, they've got little ties on. That's how you know they're commoners. Oh, they're gonna go and fraternise with the peasants for reasons best known to themselves. Eurovision isn't about harmony. Eurovision is tonight. Is it seriously? I don't even know who. I mean, Do we have a song? I have heard literally nothing about it at all this year. Of course, I haven't been listening to the radio this year. That's probably why. I normally only hear about it through the radio, but I've just been listening to Spotify. Look up Eurovision. I once watched about 15 minutes of Eurovision and then turned it off. I found it very surreal and strange. Not in a fun way. Eurovision news. Where even is it this year? Yeah, I've not heard our Eurovision song at all. Where is it? Who won last year? I can't fucking remember. I mean, I sort of like vaguely follow it most of the time, but this year, not at all. Nobody talks about it at work either. Like, it's not a break room conversation thing. Because it was in Liverpool last year, wasn't it? So where is it at all? Why can you never just find a straight answer when you Google something? Jesus flipping Christ. The turquoise carpet. Is that a thing? I don't know. Sweden. I'm gonna speed time up so that they can build this friggin' town for me, so we can have a town. And we need gutters. We need a little gutter there and a little gutter there. There we go. Turquoise carpet sounds like a euphemism. Turquoise carpet sounds like an Asari euphemism, doesn't it? Be right up there with Azure. Princess Magpie, we love our homes, but the area we live in could use some love. We were hoping you could help us create an area that would really impress our neighbours. Sure, I'll take care of it, because I'm going to quit the game in a few minutes. And then next time, we're going to create a whole new kingdom. This one would never have existed. This is just a parallel universe kingdom. This is a what-if kingdom. Yeah, this is what our little towns look like. So if we were going to carry on this one, we would build a whole town over here now, away from the smelly peasants. Yeah. Anyway, should we wrap up then? Because we've been going nearly 4 hours. Nearly 4 hours. So, next week, when this game is out of early access. Whoa, oh my god, the world disappears over here. There's just a pair of green boobs sticking out. Look Look at them. These green boobs. Oh my god, there's 4 of them. Oh dear. Right, yes, so next week Fabledom will be out of early access in full, and we shall start Mag Pandora, yeah, all over again, but like properly this time, and we'll build a proper kingdom, and we might do it like a few weeks running. It might be a series when we'll build Mag Pandora from scratch. We will build a blossoming, blooming kingdom, and we will woo Winifred, and we shall live happily ever after. Yeah, but until then, I'm going to try and remember what flipping key my screen is on. I think it's F11. Is it F11? I think it's F11. Did that put the right screen up? Let's hope that put the right screen up. Let's assume that that put the right screen up. Screen, not scream. Screen. Yeah. And then I shall say farewell to you all, my lovelies, and I shall see you next Saturday, and we'll play more.